Ooh. You gonna start us off, Toasty?
Yeah, I will.
I will leave it in your hands then. You get to introduce me as the new blood. Not the new blood, but like, the new TCL member that I am. Okay, okay. Okay.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Tilt Champions League. We are here once again in week one. We have a great special matchup for you tonight. A little bit earlier than usual. We have Blood versus Lynn, the big storyline tonight. We got Dads After Dark versus Dark Horses, I do believe. Tilted Tom, the original Bot Kingdom
That is
homie.
me.
The homie, we are the OG Bot Kingdom and we're here for you tonight. Super excited for it. How are you today, Tom?
I'm doing just fine. I'm ready to start. casting this game whenever we can get it underway. Got all nice and tidied up for today. My first casting debut that isn't on a SUNY Canton stream, trying to solo cast a League of Legends game, which is not as much fun as you would imagine, but I am
Yeah, man.
more than ready to get into this.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta do it. You gotta make do with what you got, right? And
Mhm.
well, you have me tonight. You're annoying AD carry that you've been with for like 3 years of your life. So here we go. Awesome, incredible. So Tom, just looking at the matchups here, we got big storylines here. The biggest one being Blood versus Lin, right? Both
Mhm.
carries for the team, both in the solo lanes. Very different play styles as we've seen. Once again, Lin's debut season as well within the TCL. Everyone
Mhm.
else, Swiss Army Cabinet's also there as well. Teague is another new face here as well. Um, and, and just looking at the team compositions here, in terms of the players that we have competing against each other, there's a lot to unpack, especially when you talk about players like the top lane players, both Music X and Bloodbath and Beyond as well. We've seen Music X solo kill top laners consistently and dominate his opponent, but then you have Blood who you would think is like this powerhouse top, right? I mean, last season we saw him have a couple of slip ups, but he's the primary carry for his team. So real quick
Mhm.
before we get into champion select here, what are your thoughts?
Uh, I'm looking to see Dad's After Dark try to play through top side. We know that Blood is the carry of his team. It's just going to be up to whether or not the rest of his team can support him up until that point. Looking at the bot side, uh, while we see like a little bit of a rank disparity in the players, it's really not that much. Everything's kind of balanced out overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm also trying to look at the jungle matchups in this game. I do have my eyes on Teague, seeing as you did say he's
Correct.
the new blood at
Correct.
TCL.
Yeah, and Teague is certainly someone that can play a lot of champions at a very high and consistent level, which, once again, Rookstout being the TCL Season 1 jungle champion as well. Within the past year, I can't believe it's already almost been a year of consistent TCL content happening. Once again, in Season 3, TCL is once again also brought to you and powered by League Spot as well. Shout out to Abarn for being able to put this on for us as well through League Spot. Gwen being banned as well. That's an interesting ban. What do you think about that one, Tom? Because that's one that strikes me as odd.
I've been seeing Blood pick it up just a little bit. I don't want to say it's one of his better champions, but I feel like it can be a very annoying champion to lane against with the amount of sustain she has on her Q with Conquer, the amount of auto trade she can get in, and just like her ability to kite with her ultimate and her E.
Right. Absolutely.
So
Pretty
I
good
think
ban.
taking that away is a very viable option.
I like it. I like a little bit of the Gwen ban here as well. I mean, we're also taking out champions like Wukong and Orianna on the side of the Dark Horses here. Diana being the third one taken away from Dad's After Dark as we await the first pick. I'm going to assume that this is going to be either a first pick AD carry or even potentially a first pick mid if they really are feeling it. But I mean, Droid, not much of an AD player. Plays a lot of support. Has played a ton of support in the past couple of seasons. He has pulled out his Ezreal against me though and scrims. But okay, they are gonna
That
just
coming
pick up.
out first.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up the first pick. Zach here, Tom. Being a jungle player as well as a support player, why don't you go ahead and tell me a little bit about that one as Dad's After Dark get their next two picks going here.
Wouldn't call myself a jungle player per se, but Zac does have the very strong gank potential and very interesting gank paths that he can take with his elastic slingshot. Being able to cross great distances with just that ability once it hits level 3. And then the rest of the CC that he has on lockdown with his R and his Q. Just being able to lock down carries like the Jinx that just got locked in.
Yeah, absolutely. The Jinx coming out here for Spurg as well. Spurg, not gonna lie, having a little bit of a weak performance in his debut season, last season in TCL Season 2, but has been picking it up a little bit as I've been noticing in scrims, and Dad's After Dark and would be putting him on Old Reliable with a Jinx, but once again, Old Reliable on the other side for Droid 08 with the Sivir as well, being able to get those ricochets off, and there it
There's the
is!
Fizz.
The Fizz from Lin. God, man, this guy's annoying. That's just, ugh. Fizz is going to be really difficult. Okay, but wait, the Darius is
You
open.
see the Darius
Wait,
hover.
Tom, we had no clue that the Darius was open. I would not be surprised if he picked it here. everyone bans away the Darius from Bloodbath and Beyond, and he might actually be able to get it here in the first
Looks
game
like
of this
he's.
series.
Oh, he was hovering the Aatrox there, but it looks like they are locking in the Darius.
I like this. I really like this a lot. Now that they could just start banning out tanks from Music X, right? This is the exact same game plan that we were kind of talking about a little bit, you know, with the play through top, blood smashes lane, blood smashes game, you know, that kind of win con style, and then having Spurg on something pretty late game insurance for, you know, when if something were to go wrong here. And there we go.
There's the Ornn
There's
ban.
the Ornn ban gone from Music X, literally on Ornn duty the entire season. But hey, Music, I know you're gonna be rewatching these VODs. I have a little something for you. It's called Vayne. All right, and you can take a look back at last season's finals if you need a reminder of your kryptonite. As once again we're looking here for the next ban for Dark Horses. Tom, this Darius pick excites me, but it also kind of worries me a little bit.
Is a blind Darius. I want to see if maybe instead of a tank, we try to look for a counter ban on that. Both teams locking in the solo lanes, the top side from Dads After Dark, and the Dark Horses locking in the Fizz for mid lane. I want to see if we get rid of any counters to those champions. The Fizz coming out from the Talon ban coming out from Dark Horses, and the Cassiopeia to follow. So it looks like they are trying to play through their strong side mid on Dark Horses, and trying to just let Lin operate around the lane and the map as best he can.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more as we await what's probably going to be the jungle pick here for Dads After Dark. Could be something a little bit more tanky. Okay, the Nunu coming out, that's actually perfect. Also could go for the Rammus, but does decide to go for the Nunu. That allows objectives to be basically secured with Smite Consume. That's
Nunu
just
is a
such...
very strong objective controller, yes.
Oh, absolutely. And now that with the changes for Smite as well, going into a flat damage count as well, that's also pretty important. Leona, a Swordmaster Classic. Can't say that I'm surprised to see this. Pretty strong champion for him if you know how to play correctly. Once again, locking that in for himself as we await the final top lane pick. Could be Mord, could be Cho.
Looks like the
Okay,
Mordekaiser are coming out for the Darius.
I like this. Tom, I don't know if you have any little bit of insights on this matchup between Mordekaiser and Darius, but if you do, why don't you go ahead and give us a little bit of insight on that?
I don't really plane, but both of these champions are very similar in playstyle. I want to say Darius is more of like the late game powerhouse where he's able to get the ults off on multiple targets during the fight. Mordekaiser being able to single out a priority target, taking away a smite from an objective by getting the Nunu out. So it look like I would want to say that the I want to see how the top lane goes. I want to see if there are any like early scuffles that are going to go on up there.
Right.
Mordekaiser with the passive, Darius with his, both very strong and oppressive laners.
Yeah, it's going to come down really here to who is able to get the early lead here. We know that both junglers are going to be playing topside. Teak has a little bit of an easier time getting into the lane, I would say, with the Elastic Slingshot, like you mentioned. But once again, right, Rook Stout on that Nunu, we've seen it time and time again. The
Hmm.
classic always goes back to it, right? Being able to get those objectives under control with the Smite Consume. And once again, with the Smite changes as well, you know, kind of basically saying, yeah, you know, all Smites are now like 900 when they really matter once they're upgraded. So Rook's basically saying checkmate and being
Very
able to get that
true.
objective control. Looking on the side of the bot lane here, my personal point of interest here, you know, we got the Jinx Thresh versus the Sivir Leona. It's basically a handshake lane. You know, they're gonna be
Hmm.
both looking to scale. They're gonna be looking to, you know, start doing the AoE damage here. I could imagine that Spurg is probably gonna go for something like a Runon's Hurricane to make team fights a little easier. Also could go towards the Phantom Dancer. You know, the Phantom Dancer is something that, you know, a lot of ADs has been picking up because it has insane synergy with the Kraken Slayer. But Spur could also go the route of Gale Force. You know, he's got a lot of things he's got to dodge here. The Zac Elastic Slingshot, the Mordekaiser pull, even Lin on the Fizz E, because oh boy, Lin's gonna be a problem. Just
Hmm.
looking at this already. Not that I don't have any faith in Wojtek. You know, we've definitely seen him perform last season, but he is on that Syndra, right?
He
And
is.
if Fizz gets on that Syndra, it is going to be a rough time for him. So Both
Syndra
scaling
has
compositions. Go ahead.
she has the one chance to use her E. I forget what the ability is called, but just
Scatter
to
the
try to
weak.
push him back after the engage, and it's going to be up to Fizz whether or not he can weave around that in order to try to find the kills onto the Syndra.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely going to be one of those matchups here that is going to really determine, how it goes. Just 1 second. We're getting production. Just one moment here. Um, that was a question I'd use brain power on.
That's a question I don't know an answer to.
But yeah. So standard compositions on both sides, right?
Hmm.
If I had to say who had the better team fight composition, I would say that it would go to Dark Horses. You got so much synergy there with the Sivir. You have your initiation, you have your engage tools, you have your go buttons. Um, it's just that Dad after Dark's team requires a little bit of a more mechanical skill. I guess I'd say they have to be able to play their champions pretty well to get stuff done. Spurg's got to be able to get that positioning off and keep Lin at bay because once again, right, gets on him pretty much dead. But that's what Swiss Army Cabinet is there for. Love that name with the Thresh Lantern to be able to get Spurg out of those sticky situations. But there's only so much a Lantern is going to be able to do when an elastic slingshot hits you dead on.
That is
So
very true.
so I'm pretty excited to see these compositions go out once again. Bloodbath and Beyond on the Darius. I'm not. I'm sure I could count on my hands how many times that man has actually gotten his best champion, but um, so on and so forth. So
Hmm.
super excited though as we're getting into game here once again. This league is brought to you by LeagueSpot. Once again, shout out to Abarn for that as well. Use LeagueSpot for your leagues if you ever want to use that. Love the meme. Uh, um. So yeah, Tom. Once again, right, going into these teams, Pack Sivir. Oh man. Oh, I just stopped my train of thought as soon as I saw that skin, man.
My
That's
heart goes out to Tailwhip for Neopac Sivir.
true. True. Shout out to Tailwhip for even. My heart goes out to Sivir in general. Shout out the original Sivir in TCL. Just want to confirm here. Okay. Alrighty, once
All
again
right.
here, making sure that everything's all set. Just bear with us so we can give you the best quality League of Legends experience. Uh, oh boy. Okay, so I gotta be honest. Looking into this, right, we see Wojtek has the barrier on him, which is really good. Gonna be able to need to utilize that. But I forget that Lin's a Fizz main, so I'm just it's not that I don't have faith in Wojtek, it's just that the Fizz is just so scary.
Hmm.
Just terrifying as an AD carry main to be able to look at. As we roll into the rift here, gonna be a standard 5-point from both teams. Yep. Standard 5-point. They're just gonna kind of stare each other down the face. But
No,
Spurg,
this looks more like a 4-point than anything.
yeah, Spurg is gonna be here. They might actually have the death sentence on the Thresh. No abilities have been leveled up yet. Could be looking for it though. Swordmaster, a little bit squishy here in the early levels as well. Does have the aftershock though on him. Pretty standard stuff here from both sides. Spurg, running the lethal tempo. We've seen Conqueror Jinx come out a little bit. That's something to note. Decides to offer the lethal tempo. I think that's the better play, especially here because these fights are going to be zooming, right?
They will.
These fights are not going to be extended from the looks of it. They can certainly be extended, but they likely will not be. So opting for
Yes.
the lethal tempo to be able to get the quick trades in here as well is probably the best course of action for him.
Looking like a standard starter from the Nunu. Looking for Blue Gromp. Probably going to path top side after that. Zach looking like he's just taking his blue onto Gromp as well. Zach's
Yeah,
there will be a little slower than the Nunu, seeing as the Nunu has his Q consume.
yeah, pretty standard stuff here. Like you said, I mean, it's gonna basically be that, right? Pretty healthy clears on both sides. Standard stuff until these early fights are coming out here, for both music and blood, and the bot lane could even look to fight here, but it's probably just gonna be a handshake as we said before. I scale, you scale, we all scale. Gonna be trying to get the wave shoved in here for level 2. Taking a look at the jungle clears once again. Wolves, Gromp, gonna be pathing up. Yep, we're gonna be seeing the blue side start on Teague though. Could potentially be going for the bot side here if he wants to path down towards that. I'm a little surprised at that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure how good Zach's red start is, but I couldn't imagine it's terrible. Because you know that Rook's gonna be pathing topside to be able to get Blood ahead on the Darius. So pretty excited to see that. I know Blood's probably ecstatic to be able to get his Darius back on the Rift again.
Minions have spawned.
As now looking like pretty standard stuff once again, as I keep saying. Zach is clearing towards the bot side though. That is something to note. They may be looking to get Droid to kill or two, right? Could also
I feel as though my stream is a little ahead of your guys's.
Oh, is it
Because
really?
I'm watching a lot of action going on right now on the top side of the map.
Yeah, I'm seeing it right now though. Nunu being able to get the knock up there. Looks like it's going to happen, but Music is doing a really good job weathering the 2v1 here. But oh, now it's a 3v1. Wojtek is in, finds the scatter, the weak. There it is, looking very good, but Music X is still not dead. They have to be very careful, and the first blood goes to Wojtek. Excellent play there from the sides of Dads After Dark to be able to get that first kill there. Probably would have preferred it to go on Blood to be able to keep stopping that matchup, but there it is, right? We do see it.
You can take the kill and just run with it.
Yeah, true. I really like that, Tom. Why don't you go ahead and break down that play for us? I don't know how much Wojtek loses off of that roam, but what do you think? Is it worth it?
I think I didn't get to see the wave in the position. Granted, the production is a little rougher today, so that play happened like a minute ago for me. I'm trying to figure out how I can match this up with you guys. But
Well, what time is your client at?
I'm at 440 right now.
You're 440.
Yeah.
Okay, scale it back here to 418 as we do see some action on the bot side here now. The bot lane Dads After Dark, a nice hook there from Swiss before he eventually falls to Droid Spurg. Gonna be trying to get any little bits of damage out. Will not find the Leona E as well. The Zenith Blade does not connect. A trade kill for Droid 08 on the Sivir. That's gonna really help his scaling prowess here. Tom, how we doing, buddy? I am now at 442.
I just hit 442 as well. I'm only a second behind you now. Looks like we are gonna have to try to match it up with the stream though.
Is the stream still not? It's probably just a client issue.
Probably.
That is very odd. The stream is delayed though. That is something you do also have to keep in mind as well. I'm just gonna check in with production here, as I let you have the floor for some analytical stuff here.
All right. Well, it looks like right now it's only a 200 gold lead on the side of Dads After Dark. Only coming in for that first blood bonus and just the slightest farm advantage. We do have a little bit of action coming in on the mid lane right now, though. Lin trying to go in for the kill on Waj.
Wojtek getting very low there. Thankfully, Rookstout was there to be able to get the snowball in the mid lane to start to disrupt that play, but now we have some action happening in the top side. Rookstout knows that he's going to be on a ward, so he will path back. Nothing's going to happen, though. Dragon is up as well. Take a look at those gold grass here, just one moment. 32 CS to 46 on Spurg. Keeping a good lead for him, but he has to keep in mind that it is Sivir. Noon Quiver available, and okay, Lin's looking for the dive here in the mid lane. Doesn't have any more mana. Wojtek could be looking for it. Will find the second kill. Wojtek barely gets away with his life there. Lin getting a little upset that he didn't have Ignite for that one.
It was a very close play nonetheless, though. Getting the barrier out from the Syndra there. Now she has no sums to try to protect herself with, so when that Fizzle comes off cooldown, he might just look for the repeat.
We even have more action on the top side, though. Music X using the ultimate to try to keep Bloodbath and Beyond at bay, but ultimately will not find a kill. Bloodbath and Beyond doing very well here in this matchup, despite the level disadvantage. The hook goes wide there as well from Swiss Army Cabinet, excuse me. Armony, yes, Armony. I can speak. Did you know that, Tom? Did you know your 80 carry could speak?
Sometimes it sounds like you don't know how to speak, but...
Dude, I had the funniest thing happen in practice the other day. Like, we were practicing, and instead of using coherent words, I just went, "Baba." And they were like, "Oh, I didn't know Wukong was behind us," and I was like, "Yeah, I was trying to say that, but."
And it just
AD
started
carry
making
brings
monkey
home.
noises.
Yeah, apes together strong, my friend. But once again, Wojtek finding that solo kill onto Lin, that's huge. Lin does not use the TP as well, going to be saving it. Another Scatter of the Week comes in. Rook Stout looking for the snowball, does not find it, as well as a little bit of the trade happens in the bot side as well, potentially the top side. Going to be playing it safe for now.
And it looks like Nunu might be trying to invade the blue here.
Yeah, they do have tabs on Teague. They know Teague is going to be here. This is really intelligent jungle tracking here from Rookstout. Going to be looking to take the blue for Wojtek, but
Dark Horses
Teague's...
does have the vision, though.
Yeah, Teague is looking for it, though. Doesn't have to smite it. He does get it eventually. There it is. Rookstout does find it. Here comes Music X now. Getting the passive all stepped up, but look at Bloodbath and Beyond. He does have the ultimate available to him as well. Gonna be looking for it. The pull comes in, but is there enough damage? Yes, there will be. A kill goes over to Bloodbath and Beyond. Does eventually fall to Lin as well, excuse me. And now they're gonna be setting their eyes on the fish himself. Never mind, we're gonna be looking for Teague. There goes the teleport. That was really intelligent there from Lin, but will he be able to find a kill? Wojtek is very low on mana, gonna have to walk away as another TP from Music X.
It's a fight
and Bloodbath and Beyond comes on as there's another fight in the bot side, but we're gonna hold off on that. Lin could potentially be able to get out, but once again, so many resources blown on both sides. With Dads After Dark getting the betterment of that trade.
Spiking their gold lead up to 1,000 now. It's not a whole lot, but just a little bit of that gold lead can pressure a lot of advantages early on.
Wow, that was very well played from both sides there. I don't think Music needs a TP there. Lin did a fine job TPing and being able to get out with his life. Also find a trade kill. Also up in a little bit of CS, so that's going to be very good for him. Verdant Barrier, excuse me, completed on Wojtek as well. So going to start stacking up that magic resistance to start combating the fish. So we're just going to be taking a look at the gold lead here currently.
500 on the side of Wash?
Yes, 500 on the side of Wash. So I gotta be honest with you, Tom. This is looking a lot more even than it appears to be. You know, you got 2 kills up, right, on the side of Dads After Dark, but we're seeing the CS kind of come through here in a couple of spots to be able to get it to the almost 14k, the 14k mark. So a little bit of deception here, but once again, 1.3k ahead in the lead is Dads After Dark. Once again, that kill coming through for Bloodbath and Beyond, very important for them, for sure, to make sure that he's going to be able to start stomping Music X. Bramblebet's coming out though. Also very important to be able to stop a little bit of that Darius healing with the Q. Very intelligent purchase there for Music X to be able to start finding ways back into his lane. As it does look like we're going to have a little bit of a gank here in the box side. Rookstout starts charging up the snowball, trying to get to anyone. Tokyo Drift comes in, will not find it, but now it looks like Rookstout's going to be in a little bit of trouble here. The Elastic Slingshot comes in, and here comes the fight. Droid is just autoing in the backside, doesn't find the kill on the Spurg, but Teague will. He will find the secure. Rookstout tries to get any sort of damage left, will not find any more, and it's a great trade to get them back even on the side of the Dark Horses.
Just about evened up the game. Looks like this might be favored more towards the side of Dad After Dark now. They have the chance to try to secure vision around the dragon.
Yeah, there's another fight though on the top side though. Music X versus Bloodbath and Beyond. The Bramblevest paying dividends here. Bloodbath and Beyond is probably going to get solo kill here once again by Music X. The story, we've seen it before, happened so many times. Music X finding a solo kill on the Bloodbath and Beyond as we have another fight happening in the mid lane here. Swordmaster roaming up, the Zenith Blade connects, the barrier comes out, but it will not be enough. Lin finds a shutdown on the Wojtek, and oh baby, it's looking interesting for Dads After Dark.
So much action in just a small amount of time all around the map. It is looking
Really
like
weird.
Dads After Dark is going to be trying to get that dragon, though. Clearing the vision bot side, and Leona should try to zone them off if they do try to contest this. I don't think they will, though.
Oh no, there's going to be no contest here from the sides of Dad After Dark. Dark Horse is able to pick up the second Drake of the game. Well, let's take a look and see. Oh baby, it's Infernal! Oh, my favorite dragon, baby. Oh, you love to see it. No pun intended. for the whole Toasty TG, because everyone's like Infernal Drake's Toasty TG, haha. Really funny. I just love that Drake, man. So much power. And if your dad's after dark, and you see that Infernal Drake, right, and you see the composition that Dark Horses are running, you're afraid.
One thing to note, though, it looks like Rookshot opted to use the Rift Herald bot, traded the plate gold for the dragon there, although none of the money went to anyone other than Rook.
Yeah,
It would have been
actually...
it would have been a little nice to get some of that plate gold onto the Jinx. The Thresh backed off, staying out of range. Just to try to get that Jinx like slightly more ahead. Just barely down in farm. Item advantage is like barely there, favoring Droid. So just like that little steroid of the gold income there would have been much appreciated for him.
Wojtek just getting caught out here. The Elastic Slingshot connects. The ultimate from Fizz connects. Fizz just connects you with the Trident. And Lin, we said this before, does have the Magi's available to him. Just starting to stack that up, and he's going to become a little bit of a problem here on Summoner's Rift for Dads After Dark. Spurg better be careful. If I'm Spurg, I'm trembling at this Fizz. I played against Lin's Fizz and Scrims, and oh baby, it's a
something.
yikes. Yeah, let me tell you what, it is something you do not want to be on the wrong end of. It hurts. It hurts a lot. But Frozen Fist completed for Teague, the Frostfire Gauntlet. I would have liked Sunfire a little bit more here, I think, because of the extra damage on the immobilization, but being able to have that slow for your Fizz to catch up, your Sivir to catch up, you know, all these different champions that just want to run fast, and if you can slow them and catch up to them even more, then that's absolutely valuable in itself, I would say so.
I think I also might have wanted to see the Sunfire here. I feel like their team has enough lockdown to not really warrant the slow. I feel like that additional health and the additional burn damage might have just, like, might help out just that extra bit trying to kill priority targets later in the game.
Yeah, I'd say so. I can agree with you there. Kraken Slayer's both done on the side of both AD carries. We're not going to be seeing a Gale Force for Droid. Just going to be going for that raw damage. He does have the front line to support it, though, so I'm pretty sure that's a pretty powerful purchase there for him. Great stuff there to be able to have that sort of heads-up build. I almost said heads-up play, but there really wasn't much there for a play. It's just a nice build.
We had a little bit of a trade in the top lane there, too. Blood coming out on top, it appeared. Pressuring Music back under tower and away from the wave.
Gore Drinker is done for Blood as well, so these trades are really going to start coming in his favor because of the Bramble Vest purchase, right? We see that Music X had to pick that up to stop a little bit of the healing, but the Mythic was delayed in doing so. Ninja Tabby is also available to him. So basically going to be delaying the Mythic, going to be delaying the Rift Walker. So pretty standard stuff here in the top side. Blood doing Blood things. Despite the level deficit so far, that is something to note as well. Level deficits on looking like all players here. Except for Wojtek. I mean, Wojtek, you know, doing his best to weather the Fizz Storm, 3-2, playing pretty well, I would say. Just really unfortunate that they caught him out, you know, trying to get that top side rotation. As we have a little bit of a scurvy here in both the mid lane and the bot side. I'm going to focus on the mid lane here one for now, but it looks like Wojtek will be able to get out with his life, and so will the bot lane.
He got a flash out of the tower there from mid.
Yeah, okay, so there were some things that were blown. Flash is starting to come up on both mid laners as well, and Tom, once again, deceptively even. We're seeing it.
It is a very close game. We can see Dads After Dark has a lot more vision control on the top side of the map with the Rift Herald, and Dark Horses have decent vision set up in the river, trying to focus on that dragon as Teague might be looking down bot for another gank.
Yeah, Teague is looking bot side for another gank, does find the arms there. Teague does get Spurg already. That's actually a pretty huge pick. Lin is now on the bot side as well. I'm not sure if that TP was needed, but he's going to flash for it. Lin on an absolute rampage. Will he die to the tower? No, he will not. Has the stopwatch available, and will get out with his life with the playful trickster.
And this is just going to be another dragon for the sides of Dark Horses.
Yeah, it's just the Lin show. Gotta be honest, going for the Luden's Tempest as well, not opting for the Night Harvester. which I think that's probably a better play here. It does give you the penetration that you do need, the magic penetration, to be able to start cutting through those that tank your front line of Bloodbath and Beyond and Rook Stout here. As now there's a trade happening on the top side. The pull misses from Bloodbath and Beyond, but here we go. There's another trade as well on the top side. Yeah, man, I mean, it's looking really scary so far for Dads After Dark. You know, the scaling's starting to come out here. Spurg 0 and 2. Essence Reaver's starting to be completed here on Droid. The scaling is just coming through for Dark Horses more so than it is for Dads After Dark, but again, we see it in the top side. Not finding much. Gonna be looking for another trade, and probably will just kind of be sitting there.
Both sides positioning towards the top side of the map. There might be a fight breaking out in the river if they can get a collapse on the Fizz here.
Oh, Rook Stout's getting a little nervous here. Almost caught up, but Wojtek is here to support, and Lynn's gonna have to be sent packing here as they do get the top side with the Rift Herald. Really good play there from Rook Stout to be able to get in. Here we go, there's another fight happening as well. Teague finding Spurg once again. The assassination Zach is looking great. The ultimate from Leona comes out as well, and it looks like Swiss Army Cabinet is just going to become Swiss cheese as Music X rips holes through him. Once again, another pick here for Dark.
As much as I'd like the Thresh to win that 1v1 in the Death Realm, I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Maybe one day, man. Maybe one day. You know, it's so, you know, maybe Swiss should just go for a meme build.
Think so?
You know what I'm talking about? I'm thinking Gale Force, so you can Gale Force and hook. Gale Force and Flay.
Why not Stride Breaker? Lower cooldown.
True, actually. True. Why don't ADs just build Stride Breaker?
Well, there's that Ezreal build going around for a little bit. I'm surprised you weren't just spamming that.
Divine Sunder. You go Divine Sunder. That's so much better. Like, oh, have you played Ezreal with that Divine Sunder change?
No, I
Nasty.
haven't.
Nasty. I mean, I pulled it out on Tuesday's match. Didn't win. Smile. But, you know, it happens. Did a lot of damage, though. Oh, my goodness. Does so much damage. As you know, it's pretty standard stuff here for both teams. I mean, you just see Dark Horses getting the better fights, right? They're playing the fights just better, I would say, right? We did talk about this in Champion Select, where it's just a better team fight composition for them. Spurg, once again, you know, not being able to get the damage out because, you know, Zach being the tank just does a million damage. Speaking of tank, we see the Knight's Vow as well coming out here for...
There is a Knight's Vow on the Zach.
Yeah, and guess who it's linked to? It's linked to Swordmaster.
Huh.
If you could see that, yeah, it's actually linked to Swordmaster, but okay, we get another sort of thing here happening. Droid getting a little caught, barely dies.
Just getting able to walk away with the skin of his teeth.
Yeah, Spell Shield was very important there. As you know, as we did say, you know, Sivir, very safe AD carry to be able to make sure things like that don't happen, because if he didn't have the Spell Shield, he was pretty much toast. Sky of the Week would have got him, and he basically would have been dead, but does get out, does have the lifesteal because he does have Legend Bloodline. And once again, pretty quiet stuff on the Rift happening once again, Tilted Tom.
Just looking like we're trying to get more vision control. Baron is up on the map now. I'm really hoping to see Dark Horse try to get an earlier drag, and I'm hoping they can get it within the next couple minutes. Because just with the gold advantage, like it's still very even, but the 3 drags on the sides of Dad After Dark, honestly, if they can get an early Baron now, which I don't think they will, I think they're going to want to try to prioritize the Dragon Soul coming up in a minute.
Yeah, Blood did TP for this. Gonna try to be looking for something. Rookstout throws at the Snowball, finds the Zac, but nothing else. TP is good, though, because they are able to start setting up for this Dragon. Now that it's going to be a 5v5, Music X is straggling behind. Once again, has the TP available to him as well. And it looks like the 5v5 start's going to be happening here. Droid going to be looking to shove out the mid lane.
Looking like he has a flank down the river.
It does look like a Teague. Does have the Elastic Slingshot! Spur going to have to flash away from that. Now here comes the fight. The Elastic Slingshot once again finds the backside. The ultimate comes out. They're trying to kill Spur. Spur can't do anything. It's just Teague with the Assassination Zac, and here we go. It's a 1v1 now. Blood is a little too far up. He has no clue. Finds a 3-man pull. Gets the Gore Drinker off as well. And it is another dragon for the side of the Dark Horses.
This will be the Soul Secure. Infernal Soul coming out very strong on the Fizz. Already sitting at a nice 4-1-2.
Wow. Explosive fight there for the side of the Dark Horses. Well played by them. Blood had no idea what was coming to him. Gonna be looking for a Ma second item. I actually not sure if I like that purchase. I think I would just rather go for the Spirit Visage. But he's gonna be opting for probably the Hex Drinker, and then probably gonna be going into the Black Cleaver. You know, probably
More than likely.
yeah, probably a more standard stuff, but does have the Hex Drinker as well. You know, Ma's so bad. Can we just talk about that for a second? Can I have a little
You don't like
rant
Ma?
segment? It's just not good. You would think it'd be pretty good. It's just not good right now. It's really sad because Ma's an item that I have built so many times in my League of Legends career.
I feel like it'd be a lot better if it didn't share the unique passive with Sterix.
Ah, yeah. Well, I mean, wouldn't it
I
just
can
be
understand
busted?
why it is, but
Oh, well,
I
it also
can-
shares the unique passive with Shield Bow as well, no?
true. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just, why would you, if you want to go Lifeline, why would you go Ma when you could go something like Shield Bow? But you know, then again, you got champions like Ezreal who can utilize Ma pretty well. As speaking of using things well, Droid uses his ultimate to be able to get out of that sticky situation. Infernal Soul, though, online for Dark Horses, and team fights for Dad After Dark are going to be looking very hard, though. Swordmaster looking in. The Elastic Slingshot finds 2 as well. It's going to be looking good. Droid needs to be able to find the auto attacks. The Infernal Soul buff starting to come out as Lyn the Legend is unstoppable, living up to his name. Droid finds the kill on the Void Tech as well. And it's just going to be a wipe, a triple kill for Droid. Now on the backside, Bloodbath and Beyond gets 1v1 by Music X, and they're going to be looking for the Baron.
Looking for the Baron Kid. That was an excellent fight, starting with the Swordmaster Leona ult, followed by the Elastic Slingshot on 2. Fizz also getting the ult there. And yeah, this is just going to be a clean Baron take. Probably going to look to reset, get their Bs in, and they might try to end with this.
Yeah, that was very well done there from the side of the Dark Horses. You know, being able to find that initiation with Swordmaster. Starting it off, though, with the Solar Flare, followed by the Zenith Blade to be able to find Void Tech, which is a very important pick. As, you know, looking at the scoreboard, man, I feel so bad for Spurg, because let me tell you what, man. This Zac does monstrous amounts of damage. Like, I cannot wait to see the damage graphs after this game to see how much more damage Teague did over Spurg, because there's literally nothing he can do. He Elastic Slingshots onto the backline, finds him, does the W, the Rupture, to be able to get himself split into 2, and that does percentage of max health damage, I believe. So that's a lot.
Yes.
That's a lot of damage. And
If I
speaking of a
remember
lot of
correctly.
damage, Droid finding that Q with the Infernal Soul. Okay, looks like that Rookstout's going to be looking to go in here, but here comes Teague on the backside. Hook goes just a little bit short, though. Solar Flare also going a little short. That was a little bit of a Monka mistake there from Swordmaster, as they're just going to say, you know what, forget that ever happened. We're going to shove down mid lane. We have Droid here, and Lyn pushing in the bot side as well. That's very important. The Zenith Blade almost connects onto Spurg. And once again, Tom, just grim days are coming here for Dads After Dark.
Looks like they had a good chance earlier on in the game with Wajtek or Void playing out the mid fight, but it looks like we have more action here.
And then Spur gets caught out by the Zenith Blade, just perfectly timed it for Swordmaster. A nice hook! Hold on a second! Swiss Army Cabinet almost finds the Simmer, but Void Tech will find him instead. Droid goes down, and here we go. It's looking very good here for the side of Dark Horses. Music X taking up so much damage. It's a double kill over to Lyn as well. Make it a triple kill. And ladies and gentlemen, Dark Horse is going to start rampaging into the base of Dads After Dark.
This is almost definitely game, unless the bot lane from Dads After Dark can manage to hold off all 4 members that are still left alive on Dark Horses.
So. I really don't think so. Spurg just does not have the damage right now to be able to do much. He can wave clear, absolutely. Needs to be able to find that wave clear. As now they're going to be looking for the bot side tower. Dark Horses being able to siege this. They will not go for the inhibitor. Very smart play from them. Very patient play. Checking a look at the timers here. They do have, excuse me, they do have the red buff timer coming up as well. So that's going to be going straight to Sivir. It's just, it's so unfortunate, man. The bot lane of Dads After Dark. 0, 11, and 2.
That's the power of Zach.
Yeah, like, that's all because of the Zac being able to get in onto Spurg. The lanterns from Swiss Army Cabinet are just not finding him. You know, I rarely see the lantern come out from him as well to be able to reposition Spurg when things get a little different, but, you know, that's not all of Swiss Army Cannon's job, right? You have to be able to position correctly, especially if you're playing something like the Jinx, and okay, see you later, Rook Stout. Lynn the Legend is legendary, and they got their sights on the Elder Dragon.
Just wasn't able to get to the lantern there. The CC staggered him, and you could see it. He took the lantern, but he died in the animation traveling over to the Thresh.
Right. Excellent animation cancel there from the side of Teague.
But while the Elder gets taken by the blue side here, going back to the bot side that we were talking about earlier, we can't talk about that without talking about Swordmaster this game.
Yeah, Swordmaster has just been an excellent player. Here's 2-0 and 12, but here we go. It's another hook here for Swiss. Follows up. Music X is unstoppable. Bloodbath and Beyond literally cannot do anything. Has to run away. Lynn the Legend does find him on the backside. Once again, his legendary, but let's take a look at Spurg. The damage is starting to come out. What little damage he has, he is now into the... Okay.
Huh.
All right. Music X says, bonk! Blue team slays the dragon. Dark Horse is going to be looking to end this game right here and right now. The coming over here pings are on their way. Excuse me, the on their way pings. As Wojtek just is kind of forced to walk away. Brookstout can't really do much. I mean, this game is practically over, Tom. There's nothing really much else to cast here. Lynn, a lot of damage is going to be flashing forward for it. Still taking the tower, though. Has to be very careful looking for the double kill. And okay, Wojtek will find the kill on the Lynn, but I don't think it's going to matter. The Sivir is still here to do the damage. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Horses will pick up game number 1 as they play with their food. The Nexus will fall. A shutdown. The first kill for the bot lane of Dark Horses comes through, but it does not matter. Ladies and gentlemen, Dark Horses take game 1.
Ending the game 29-7.
That was crazy. That was insane. We have to take a look at the damage graphs here. Like I said here, just want to confirm with production that we are here. Got a little bit of a message from them. Just want to make sure, can't confirm that they're here. But looking at the damage graphs, man, before we get back into the game. 13,000 damage to 8,000. Right? We see how effective that Zac is on Teague. Just crazy damage and incredible team play there for the side of the Dark Horses. Well played by them to be able to find their targets, call out their targets, and take them out within the first couple of seconds of play. And, you know, that was just beautifully orchestrated League of Legends there from the side of Dark Horses already in game 1.
That was excellent League of Legends. The objective control that they had, even with the Nunu drafted on the side of Dads After Dark, the champion you would assume has a lot more objective control, just wasn't able to find his way into those objectives.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, you said it best yourself, Tom. They just were not able to do anything. You know, every single time that they wanted to go for some sort of fight or, you know, some sort of like play, just Dark Horses were always one step ahead of them. Right, and even though they got a little bit of an early lead, right, they gave that kill over to Voy. Probably, you know, no disrespect to Voy, he's an absolutely fantastic player, but you're the player that you want to play through there is Blood, right? And if you give Blood that first kill, gold, right, you are now able to start attacking Music X, right, and hitting him where it hurts most. But because Blood didn't get that early kill, right, he did get a little bit of the XP lead, but later lost it when he had to back. You know, it put Music X back in that dominating position that we've seen him in over and over and over again. So We will be right back, folks. When we come back, we will be here for game number 2. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back for more League of Legends TCL Tilt Championship League, excuse me. Brought to you by LeagueSpot. We'll be back with some more action. Don't go anywhere. I was muted that entire time. Tom, guess
Same
what?
here.
Oh no. Tom, guess what? We don't even have to talk about game number 2 because we're already in game number 2. Let's take
We
a look at
are.
these bans. No time to talk about game 1. We'll talk about it as the game progresses here, but we're seeing the Cassidy ban already to Lin. Pretty standard stuff here. Once again, another Wukong ban. We have to see Dads After Dark make an adaptation here. It is either the Zac or it is either the Fizz that has to go. What do you think?
I would honestly rather see the Zac. The Fizz did have an impact, and unless they, if they don't pick their mid in their first 3 selections here, you can throw a ban at it. I feel like the Zac had like a huge impact on the game there. Just like his ability to just get into the fights, lock people down while the Fizz was able to deal the damage, while the Sivir was able to deal the damage. Leon is able to follow up on the CC, and the Mordekaiser also just going after someone else in the death realm.
Right. Absolutely. Diana B taking off the ban. So basically, the same bans here. No adaptation, nothing. No Zac ban, no Fizz ban. They could be looking to take the Zac away. That is a possibility. For Rookstout, they probably are just going to go with that here. But, yeah, okay.
And it looks like that's what
There
they
it
do
is.
opt for.
They're going to be looking for the Zac. Will not be surprised to see the Fizz come through once again as well. Probably going to be it. As let's see what Teague has in the bag here for this Zac pick. He can play every jungler. Know that for sure. They could be looking for the Jinx here, though. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what Droid's going to go with here. Probably the best option for them. And okay, it will be the Jinx coming through here for Droid. That's something that doesn't really surprise me. So if I'm Spurg here, and I just rolled over that last game, I'm probably thinking something like, okay, we need to go to Comfort, right? What are Spurg's Comfort picks? That I currently don't know. But if I'm Spurg, I'm thinking, okay, I got rolled so hard, I need Comfort. Right, it's clear to me that I need to be able to play just better fundamental League of Legends, and we start there with Comfort. Speaking of Comfort, Swordmaster
There's the
on
Swordmaster Leona.
There it is. You'll love to see it. The Swordmaster Leona making incredible plays for his team. We saw it last game. Just absolutely pumping out the engages and the go buttons bit by bit by bit by bit. Tom, it's looking like another one of those Draft Kingdom games so far here for the side of the Dark Horses, but don't count it out just yet. Swiss Army Cabinet's going to be opting for the Thresh once again. What do you think about that one? Running it back the Thresh-Leona matchup.
As long as they don't have to worry about the Zac, seeing as they have it now. So the Thresh does still give the security of getting out of ganks. It is a very good matchup into the Leona if you know the timing on the Zenith Blade versus Thresh's Flay. And it looks like they're going to go with a Kaisa with it.
Not sure if I like this. I'll be honest. I'm not sure if I like the Kaisa here. It's very difficult to lane into a Leona Jinx, but okay. Lin's just gonna right off the bat
Run back the Fizz.
Running back the Fizz, and Spurg is now on Kaisa, which a lot less safe than the Jinx. As we all know, Kaisa's a shorter range AD carry. Can be a little safe though with the supercharge. Can get out of pretty bad positions here, especially when it's evolved, and can use the killer instinct as well to be able to give herself a little bit more mobility and a shield. But Tub, I don't know. This Kaisa pick could absolutely work out. But by the looks of it, it might be a little difficult. But we did see it last game, the Zac versus the Jinx. Right, we did see how easy it was for someone like Teague to be able to get onto Spurg consistently in the fight. So maybe they're just going for that, and then having the Kaisa to be able to kill her instinct behind the Zac. That's probably what I think they're going for here.
I can agree with that. And just looking at the rest of the bans that we went through, we can see that Lin is opting to get rid of more of the mid lanes away from Wojtek, while Blood's team is trying to take away more of Tig's junglers. The Kindred and the Kha'Zix coming out there. I haven't seen his Kha'Zix, I have seen his Kindred though, and they're looking for the Tig Rek'Sai here.
Teague Teague is a Rek'Sai connoisseur. Okay, this guy loves the champion. The problem with Teague's Rek'Sai is that he plays a very squishy burst Rek'Sai, an assassin Rek'Sai, right? He doesn't really play a bruiser Rek'Sai. Could look to go more towards that tankier build for him. They are going to need a little bit more frontline here. They could just put Music X on another tank or another beefy frontliner. That could potentially be what happens here. But we are going to get the Darius again for Blood. You know, they didn't ban the Mord either. Blood's saying, no, that was a fluke. Let's run it back. Let's put Wojtek on something a little bit more, mobility-wise, in the sense that Ahri has the 3 dashes and the ultimate, as Music just kind of, starts playing with Blood a little bit and decides to go for the Mordekaiser once again. Tom, gotta be honest with you. Pretty sure Dad's After Dark lost this draft. Their draft has compositional strengths. There are a lot of things in Dad After Dark's comp that is good. You have the Zac initiation and you have the Kai'Sa follow-up with the Thresh to be able to help keep the Kai'Sa alive. And you got Wojtek, doing his own little thing against the Fizz. But then you take a look at Dark Horse's draft. And you have Music X on the Mordekaiser again, right? Something that Blood had a hard time handling outside of the laning phase. You have Teague on the Rek'Sai is going to be looking to do just more, just as much, if not more pressure than the Rook Stout Zac, right? You gave Lyn the Fizz again, right? The Droid Jinx and the Leona come out as well. Just really, unfortunate for them to be able to give all of those picks, back over. So, compositional advantage, I think, goes to Dark Horses. They play that style pretty well, I would say. And they're just going to be looking for it again,
Yeah.
But that's not to say that if Dad After Dark's team gets ahead, it's going to be very difficult for Dark Horse's comp to be able to find that, I guess is what I'm trying to say. They do have the Jinx available, but if your Fizz gets behind, if your Rek'Sai gets behind, your scaling options, right, are the Jinx and the Mord, and if they are behind, it will take more time for them to be able to come online, right, as opposed to an early game squisher comp. So I would say that Dark Horses won the compositional draft here.
I would tend to agree. They opted for mostly the exact same team count that they had. The only substitutions being the Rek'Sai, in response to the Zac being first picked by Blood's team. Still another very strong gank-heavy jungler. Not as long range as the Zac with the Elastic Slingshot, but the angles that you can find by setting up multiple tunnels to get behind the enemy's jungle, to get behind towers, can still be very strong if utilized correctly. And then they went with the Jinx 2 over the Sivir from last game. Just another hyperscaling champion Jinx. This is more your area. I think the Jinx is a lot stronger late game than the Sivir. Just with her ability to deal damage, the chance that she has of objective steals with the ultimates, and just like the amount of damage that she's able to dump out in such a short time, especially with lethal tempo. We'll see if she goes to Conqueror this game. But that's your area, so I'll leave that up to you to talk about.
Well, first of all, right, you got to take a look at the champions and what they want to do, right? You take a look at Kai'Sa, for example. You have the Zac to be able to get into the backline, right? There is burst potential and there is damage there on that front. However, if Droid is left alone to just free fire everyone with the range advantage that she has, it's going to be a completely different game. That being said, Droid has to play very carefully here. He has to make sure that he's positioned in just the right way that Rook Stout and Swiss and Wojtek aren't able to just run him over early in the fights that we like we saw with Spurg in last game, right?
Yes.
So the answer to your question is yes, Jinx is probably better than the Kai'Sa, but when you actually take a look at the composition and how the Jinx needs to play, right? It can go either way, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It all comes down to positioning. It all comes down to how both AD carries play the fights, and knowing their champion's strengths and weaknesses as well. as we load on to the Rift, Tom, I want to get a little bit of prediction here from the analyst desk. Very, very quickly here before we load into the game.
Mhm.
Who takes it home tonight? Are we going to see a game 3?
I want to say, based on the results of game 1 and the fact that they're running a similar composition, I would like to say that this is just a 2-0 for the side of Dad's After Dark. We're going to have to see how it looks at the start of the game. We're going to have to see how well Blood can do, I think. Wojtek should be able to hold his own against the Fizz, seeing as the Fizz also did not go Ignite again this game. So I think this is going to be up to, more than anything, the jungle pathing. I feel like the most volatile lane that we're going to see here is bot side.
I can agree.
If the Kai'Sa gets ahead, Fed Kai'Sa is one of the most horrifying things. But then again, also so is a Fed Jinx.
That
So
is
if
true.
either one of those AD carries can get off and into the game at a reasonable point, get their 3-item power spikes with their Infinity Edge, I have to favor whichever side gets that first.
Right, well, I'll tell you what's more scarier than a Fed Kai'Sa, a Fed Fizz.
That too,
A
yes.
Fizz is much scarier than a Fed Jinx or a Fed Kai'Sa. So just want to confirm in production here that we are in. Tom, what time are you at?
I'm at 118. I'll just move back to.
All right, we'll just say 120. We know production can hear us. We just want to confirm that they are with us here for the stream.
What time are you at now?
I am at 1:07. I can get further ahead here. Go ahead, Tom. What time are you at?
136.
136. I'm at 139, 140, 141. We'll let production catch up on that as we start getting into the Rift here. We're pretty much all even. Pretty standard stuff here for both junglers. Once again, you know, we see Teague. Teague actually opting for a leashless. Did I catch that?
That was leashless.
That was leashless. Okay, Teague is going for a leashless jungle. So far here, I actually really like this adaptation. We put Music X in the lane already to start being able to get those early bonks off onto Bloodbath and Beyond. There's not really a whole lot he can do because Darius most likely will be starting the W. It just resets, you know, it's just the easier farming tool. As once again, pretty standard stuff here in the bot side. You know, basically, like you said, right? Whichever AD carry gets off the ground first is going to be, you know, a menace to deal with, but the trump card is in the Lin. And I'm going to say, you know, what everyone is thinking right now. This draft from Dad's After Dark is an ego draft. They did not ban the Fizz, even after the performance with the Fizz, right? They banned everything out other than the Fizz, right? And they give Bloodbath and Beyond this Darius once again that, if you're taking a look at the top side here, it's not really doing a whole lot against the Music X Mordekaiser.
Music X did hit level 3 before Bloodbath and Beyond, getting that early trade in while he has the level advantage. Still looking for the poke topside.
Alrighty, Teague's
But we have more action looking in the bot side.
Yeah, the flame does come out. Here we go. It's looking very good here for the side of Dark Horse's first blood. Already to Swordmaster as he will get trade killed by Swiss Army Cabinet. Berg does fall, though. That is very important to note because now Droid can start getting a lead. Spurg holding the flash just a little bit too long there.
Just slightly. These are the games I enjoy where both the supports get the first 2 kills, though.
Yeah, he's saving it for next season. Kind of like Double Lift. Or me,
Exactly.
actually. Me, Smile. I hold flash a lot, so it's alright. I'm not picking on you. You know, I do the same thing. I think all AD carries basically do the same thing, you know. Happens. You get a little bit of greed, a little greedy. As a top side, Teague is going to double scuttle Rook. Also very important to note. Very, very important. No, not much XP going to the man Rook Stout, despite being a level head, but Teague should get that, and he's going to be looking for a topside gank, but Music X on the top side finds a solo kill onto Bloodbath and Beyond. On Bloodbath and Beyond's patented Darius, Tom.
This is just an insane top lane.
Is this real?
Music X is doing his best to just solo kill every captain.
Is this real?
I would like to
believe,
say so.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing right now here. Bloodbath and Beyond gets solo killed by what you would think is probably a lower tier top laner in terms of the stocks, but if there's something that I always say, it's that you never trust the TCL stocks. As here we go. Teague is looking for the repeat here on the top side. Bloodbath and Beyond does have the additional AD there from the stacks, and here comes Teague. Does find it. Lin brings the teleport as well to ensure that Bloodbath and Beyond has nowhere to go, and oh boy, it's looking very rough here already for Dads After Dark.
They're looking to exploit Blood as much as they possibly can. Blood is one of the more dominant top laners in TCL, and just trying to set him as far behind as possible does seem like a pretty viable strategy in this game.
Yeah, it's a good adaptation, right? Put the person that they're going to be playing around the most, at a deficit, right? I mean, the bot lane's not really playing to carry a lot, right? They're playing weak side a lot, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but now you don't really have much to go off of here if your Dad's After Dark, right? You do still have Wojtek, so on and so forth, right? You still have ways back into this game, so it's not over.
Speaking of ways back into the game, the first dragon.
All right, there it is. Blue team has slain the Drake. It will be Mountain. Next Drake being Infernal. So the global Drakes, I like to call them, are either going to be Ocean or Wind. But here we go. It's looking like it's going to be the gank here for Rookstout. The Flash Flay comes in. See you later, Droid. Rookstout finding another kill here for the side of Dads After Dark. Great gank from him.
That was an amazing gank. They're trying to find their ways back into the game. They aren't out of the game yet, but they are trying to just find that lead and just take it and run.
Yeah, gold lead is only 100 behind here for Dads After Dark. So that kill, that gank was very important. Droid having both sums up as I'll let chat know. Also holding his summoners. Just a sign that he's dead. No, nothing really much you could do. Zac gank, Omega lol, it happens, but still has the flash and heal available for the next fight here as well. So pretty standard stuff here once again for both teams. Only 100 ahead is Dads After Dark now. It's just coming down to small farming advantages. In a lot of lanes here, we see Spurk 3 up, right? We see Wojtek up as well. Everyone's kind of up in CS right now, so that's a blessing, right? Count your blessings, right? If you're up in CS, does get you a gold lead either way, despite the kill deficit of 1. As Teague is now, he knows that he's there with the red ward.
Making the smart play to not try to fight the Ahri that has 2 levels on him.
Yep, I like it. Teague, heads up League of Legends, intelligent play, even though to a lot of players here, seems like the best thing to do, right? Sometimes you just gotta get a little stupid, you know what I'm saying?
It's all about limit testing sometimes.
Sometimes you gotta throw for content. That's what my team did on Tuesday.
Oh, we did game 1 yesterday, don't worry.
Yeah.
Totally wasn't me just being bad at Seraph.
Yeah, sometimes throwing for content is the way to go, Give some people something to talk about. So I like it.
I'm told by multiple people that our series yesterday was one of the most fiesta ones, and honestly, as much as it pains me that we lost that series, I enjoyed it, and I'm glad that we were able to give the stream the content that they wanted.
Yeah, Tom, I wouldn't have it any other way. I know Clown Fiestas with you are something that are most enjoyable.
I always try to make it as fun as possible.
Cousin Cletus is now going to be looking for the Rift Herald. Now, very intelligent play from him to be able to start getting that rolling, though. Rookstout probably doesn't have an idea. Level down, though, on Teague, so probably won't be able to find a steal. Does have the equal smites here for both junglers. Smite not available for Rook, so there will not be a chance to steal. Lin's going to be looking here to secure the Rift Herald, but now is going to be running into Rookstout as Music X is going to be fighting in the top side, doesn't find much, and here we go. Lin's going to be looking for any sort of damage before Rookstout throws out the Elastic Slingshot. And once again, it's just going to be standard stuff happening here. Teague does have the ultimate available.
Hustle in the bot lane.
Okay, there's something going on the bot side. I didn't even notice. Spurk picks up a kill. Swiss Army Cabinet makes it happen for him. Well played there for the side of the Dads After Dark bot lane to start getting themselves ahead in the series.
Finding the kill in the threat. We have another fight in the mid lane.
Oh,
Take
good
a
lord.
look
I
at
can't
that.
even keep up.
I don't
I
even know
literally-
if I would call that a fight.
It's just
It was
a
more
pick.
of an assassination.
Yeah, it was just a pick. You know, it happens. Well played, though. That was really very well done there for the side of Dads After Dark to start getting those kills there, as Droid still has the flash available to him. Gonna be saving it for next season. You want to talk about somebody saving flash for next season? I'm not sure how that bot lane fight even happened. I gotta be honest with you. Like, I was watching the top side because stuff was happening. Speaking of top side here, Music X does get the ultimate off on the Bloodbath and Beyond. Gonna be looking for the 1v1 once again, throwing out a lot of damage. Blood is not winning this in the slightest. He's got nowhere to go. Music X once again with the Bramble Vest start doesn't find the Blanc.
Oh,
Bloodbath and Beyond might actually be out of this one, and he will be.
managed just to
Wow.
skate by with the flash. If Music might have been able to get that kill, but I don't think he had his Q off cooldown yet, which he needed to get with the flash bonk.
Yeah, that didn't have. Q was barely out of range there. I mean, that happens. You know, sometimes you just wish you had a little bit of a chazzle dazzle at the end of your giant mace stick. Reptile going to be spawned in mid as well. Going to be start getting some plates here for Lin.
Also gives a lot of priority for the dragon that's spawning in 10 seconds.
Yeah, very.
Although it looks like that is more controlled by Dads After Dark.
Yeah, Dance After Dark does have the control of the river as well. And okay, the flash ultimate from Lin comes out. They're going to be looking for Spurg. There it is. The Lantern was just a little early there. Droid finds Spurg with the ultimate from downtown. And now here he comes. Going to be throwing out the ultimates now as Swordmaster needs to start trying to find any sort of way out, but will find his way out. Swordmaster at like single digit HP.
Well, there's
barely
another
lives
fight
there.
happening topside
Oh,
this
boy.
entire time. Music X
Music
finding a
X
solo kill.
with another solo kill onto Bloodbath and Beyond. Bloodbath and Beyond, ladies and gentlemen, is 0-3 on what is arguably his best champion. Let that sink in for a moment, folks. Music X is absolutely gapping Bloodbath and Beyond right now. You know, that gank in the earliest phases of the game, yeah, that helped out a lot. You know, I can understand. You know, Blood does the tried and true Hashinshin TP, unfortunately, and doesn't work out in his favor because of the repeat gank. But now he's trying to take fights he just shouldn't, you know, try to fight. And it's pretty standard stuff here, right? Infernal Drake goes to the team that really wants it the most, goes over the Dark Horses now. Dads After Dark does have the gold advantage, so that is something to look out for as well. And
800
Tom,
lead, though.
that is true. Spurk already has his mythic completed, you know. Droid opted for the tier 2 boots, and here we go. Teague is looking for the flash. The solar flare comes out, and Droid finds another kill onto Spurk. Did have the Gale Force available, but did he have the Gale Force available? He did have the Gale Force available, and just unfortunately was just a little too short there. Teague with the flash knock up, finding Berg, and Droid now getting a little better scaling here with the gold, and will have the experience from these minions to be able to start scaling himself even more against Berg, who is now level 7. The bot lane, though, for Dark Horse is coming online here.
Ooh, and we can see the Fizz positioning topside, looking for blood here.
The ultimate does connect, though. Here comes Lin. Knock, knock. Music X misses the pullback there. Does have the ultimate available, but decides not to do anything further.
Probably a good idea not to ult there, seeing as the Darius was in range to just walk under his tower in the Death Realm, and he was just able to stand there and just scare away Music X.
Yeah, well done there. From the side of Blood to be able to get out of that situation. Very fancy footwork for him to be able to get out of the pull. Because if he gets pulled there by Music X, you know, he just ults, and then it's just, you know, basically GG from there. If top wasn't already a GG, you know, it just looks like that they got a lot of things to clean up. But you know what? The game's not over. I am on high levels of copium right now, ladies and gentlemen. So I am a believer in Dads After Dark. I do think that they can win this game if they find the picks. You know, they do have the 500 gold advantage, only 500, right? So there are small victories here for the side of Dads After Dark, but looking very grim right now with the Jinx scaling and Lin making plays around the map. You know, there's just a lot of factors that go into it.
Do want to check in with you real quick before we find any more action in this adventure-filled series. What time are you at right now? I hit a little bit of a lag spike, and I want to be sure we're still synced up.
14-34.
34. Oh, we're like exactly on time, actually.
Oh, let's go, baby. For those who are in the chat, yes, we are on game 2. Overlay has not been updated. So we apologize for that. We will get that going as soon as possible. There's another fight happening in the top side. Here comes Rookstout trying to find Music X. This could be the play that they're looking for. The 1v1 comes out now for the side of Bloodbath and Beyond and Music X, but Music X is looking for Rookstout, doesn't find it though, and here's Teague on the backside. Music X just will not die.
But
and here comes
Vortex
Vortex
here.
on the backside. He does find the kill on the Teague as well. Well played there from the side of dad bods, we're gonna call him, because wow, just absolutely flexing on him. And here comes Voidtech once again. Rookstout finding the kill. You don't want to go. You don't want that kill to go on them. Really unfortunate for them. Wow, Voidtech coming in huge though with those 2 kills.
And going back to what we were talking about in the draft, we do see Ty going for the Prowler's Claw instead of a tankier mythic item on the Rek'Sai.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. He likes to build the squishier Rek'Sai builds, like to go for the Prowler's Claw and then instantly into another lethality item, not really going for anything like the Sterix or the Black Cleaver. He's just there to get in your face and destroy you. Bloodbath and Beyond, though, let's take a look at the CS lead. That's very important. He does have the first tower gold to him as well. So, despite Music X being up 2 kills, right? Blood is actually...
He is down in gold.
Yeah, he is down in gold. So
Blood does have
be...
300 gold on his lane there.
This is the copium. This is the copium we were talking about earlier, chat. This is it. Here comes the Rith Herald, and here comes Teague. Gonna be looking for it. Lin. Oh man, that was just so much happening all at once. So many dashes, flashes, and what have you. Teague ends up picking up the kill though. Well played by him to be able to find that pick. The shutdown going to him, and here comes Bloodbath and Beyond on the side. He does know that Swordmaster is there, and the Leona Sword going to start zoning him off just a little bit. Could potentially die. Bloodbath and Beyond with the Gore Drinker and not the Stride Breaker. Again, I'm not sure, but here comes the Zenith Blade. Here we go. Bloodbath and Beyond is caught out just a little bit out of position, but does find the flash over the wall. Droid finding the Super Mega Death Rock onto him, but it will not matter in the slightest. Now, once again, Dark Horses have Dragon control.
They have the Dragon control. Music X is still top, though, trying to get damage on the tower while Blood is down bot.
Yeah, Blood is here, though, still for this fight. Music X does have the does not have the TP available. This actually could be a really good fight for Dad Bods. Here we go. It's looking very good here. Absolutely flexing on him. Can Blood find anything? No, he will not. Teague picks up the first kill of the team fight, but watch out for Swiss Army Cabinet finding a great hook, and here comes Spurg finding the first kill, using the Gale Force, finds a double kill, and here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Dads After Dark are running the map, and they will find the Drake as well.
I'd say able to get a lot of damage off in that fight. We didn't really get to see much lockdown on her. The Mortal would have been nice for that fight, but we got the top tower traded for the Air Dragon. And what soul did we get for it?
Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it is going to be a
cloud.
Soul. Yep, it's a cloud. Sag. Did say that
it's
earlier.
The fast one.
Dude, it just kind of came out when I said Dad Bods, but I think I actually kind of like that more. Team Dad Bods, you know? I mean, if they win, it's an absolute flex.
It very much is.
You know, when you're shoutcasting, you just start saying like random things that pop into your mind. Like, I'm the kind of person that just goes. It's like I'm executing a program in my head. I just write whatever's written out, right? And I just go with the flow, whatever my brain tells me. But my brain is telling me though that Dad's After Dark, that was a really important fight, and they had to execute that very well to be able to start getting Spurg ahead, which we did talk about earlier. He's going to be going for the Collector here. I actually like that purchase if he's going for the Gale Force, but here we go. On the side, Rookstout gets taken out by Teague. This is where you start putting Jungle Diff in the chat. Really unfortunate just getting caught out in that position there. Well played by Teague to be able to find that it's going to start taking the Raptors. And now they're going to have their sights set here on the mid tower or potentially Bloodbath and Beyond if he steps up just a little bit.
Gonna have to run back, try to get the wave back up mid. They looked like they wanted to push there, but without the minion wave and Blood sitting at a tower, not able to get much damage off on a turret.
Yeah, I like it. The hook barely misses here for the side of Swiss Army Cabinet. But here we go.
Another
Wojtek!
fight
Finds a
brawling.
really excellent pick there onto Droid. That was huge. Wojtek is going huge in the series, but here comes Lin. He is untouched right now, getting very low, but the 1v1 is there, pulling Bloodbath and Beyond to the 1v1. Music X knows that he can potentially get it. Gore Drinker comes out, and nobody else dies in that exchange, ladies and gentlemen. It is a 1-for-1. Well played on the side of Wojtek to be able to find Droid barely in that fight.
This series has just been incredibly action-packed all throughout.
My poor voice.
That's why I have my 35 pack of water sitting next to me.
That's why I have my one water bottle. My singular water bottle. Copium. But you know what? Let's take a look at Team Dadbods. You know, the gold lead is starting to close a little bit here for the Dark Horses. You know, only almost 2K behind. Basically 1K behind, right? They do have the avenues to get in here, right? Spurg's starting to get a little bit ahead here over Droid, so that's very important. Droid opting to look for potentially just the Mortal Reminder already. He could look for it, but I don't necessarily think that's the item he should already go. I think that he should just have the Executioners to go straight into the Phantom Dancer, so he can start gaining that DPS synergy with the Kraken Slayer. So if I'm Droid, that's probably the build I'm looking for already. They already do have the Grievous Wounds here from Music, but, you know, always, it never hurts to have more. As things start to quiet down just a little bit before the next objective spawn on the Rift. Baron is up, and they're going to be starting to posture towards it. They could be looking for it. They do have the Kaisa. Oh, a great hook from Swiss. Will they continue?
Does not want
No,
to
they will
follow
not.
that.
Yeah, that was good. That is absolutely a hook you do not want to follow because everyone else is there.
They're just
here we go.
looking to
Another...
get chip damage in.
Yeah, that was a really good hook. The ultimate from Lin misses as well. Prowler's Claw also hits Spurg, but doesn't find the full target. As now, Dad's After Dark, pushing them off little by little, starting to gain a little bit of map control here. Lin's team having to play very, very patiently here. Dark Horses, they have to play intelligently, right? They have to get their wards out. They have to find the picks that they need to, or else, you know, Dads After Dark are going to start running the map, and they're going to start winning these fights, right? The scaling is starting to already come through. Wojtek being a huge player for Dads After Dark to find those picks on the Droid. Droid having both sums up, though, is also very important, and they have to be able to play around that as well.
Wojtek looking for the pick here.
And Wojtek finds it on the Droid. You know, we just said it once again, has the flash available to him. The ulti misses once again, and here we go. Droid and Music X Teague finds the kill onto Wojtek as well, and now it's looking very difficult, but okay, Blood just gets a bunch of health back. Flashes over the wall, has to be very careful in the positioning, and it looks like the Swordmaster will be going down to Spurg. Barely, here we go. Spurg finding another kill, is on a killing spree now, and here comes the excellent Lantern there from Swiss Army Cabinet, and oh, Spurg getting a little too greedy there. Teague on the backside. Lin picking up Swiss Army Cabinet as well. No blobs. Actually, yes, there are blobs available, and here comes Bloodbath and Beyond with the teleport to be able to ensure that Rookstout can get out alive. That is a 3-for-2 for the side of Dark Horses. Well played from them to be able to ensure that they get the betterment of that trade.
Want to see what the Zac is going to look to do here. They don't have the health that they had. He's going to need to contest the Baron, but we do see Wojtek walking back up towards the pit. However, there is the port coming in from Lin, it looks like, in the mid lane, so Red side does have the advantage of numbers at this dragon fight if one breaks out.
Yeah, Lin has chummed the water, so that's very important. That's a very important ultimate because it could literally say goodbye to anyone. The Collector is available, and here comes Music X with the teleport. This will be a full 5v5 dragon fight to decide the victor of this game. Potentially, it could look very good for them. They just have to play intelligent, smart League of Legends, right? The item spikes are there. We do see no second item completed for Droid. That's actually really big, right? The second item for Spurg is there. They do have the damage. They know how they have to play the fight. They just have to execute.
We'll see if they'll be able to execute here, as the dragon is being lowered to half health or resetting back into the pit.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate that the dragon had to reset, but here we go, Chum the Waters. There is finding not the right target you want, but there's Lin on the backside, and here we go, the fight, it starts now. Rookstout is right in the thick of it, but does not have it. Lin The legend finds Wojtek, and here we go to double kill for Lin as well. Weathering the storm on the side, and here comes Bloodbath and Beyond with the Gore Drinker as a double kill comes down for Music X as well. And here comes the Rocket, barely missing them, and Music X says, get in my realm, buddy. It's a triple kill for Music X. And ladies and gentlemen, dad bods have been aced.
I really love playing as Mordekaiser. You just get those nice free vacations to Brazil in his ultimate.
True. Actually, factual statement. You ever want a free trip to Brazil? You play Mordekaiser. Or you play against Mordekaiser. Tell you
Also,
what, man.
I know my team is tired of me talking about this, but can we talk about that Mordekaiser skin?
True.
How gorgeous it looks once you steal stats from someone.
Yeah, that's fair, actually. The E animation is like the most Monka part about it. It's just not.
Yeah, a lot of people say it's pay to win because of that.
Yeah. Rad's got to fix that. But you know what we also can talk about? Speaking of the Mordekaiser ultimate, how patient and how well Music X played that last fight. He saved the ultimate for Bloodbath and Beyond. That was a very heads-up play from him, right? Because he easily could have ulted somebody like, you know, Spurg or Rook or Wojtek or whoever, right? That stood right next to him, but no. He saved the ultimate for Blood. He knew that he could kill everyone else without the ultimate available to him. Very heads-up play there from Music X, and is playing incredibly well. You know who's not playing incredibly well? That ultimate just whiffed, unfortunately, by Lin, but he is playing very well here as the Electric Q comes out, and they will not find anything else from it.
Blood's just gonna walk away. Pretty sure I saw Jinx ult head top side of the map there. I don't know if that was a misclick or not, but...
Well, Jinx ult is already on a quarter cooldown, so it could have been, probably not, because that ultimate is actually a pretty medium cooldown, we'll call it. The wave clear is there as well for Dads After Dark, so they're able to start getting those waves cleared up already. They decide to back off the tower push for now. Lin almost has Chum the Waters available. He's going to be playing on this backside. Going to be looking for the nation. I really like this play from Lin. Wojtek and Blood doing the same though. The charm comes through, and here we go. Swordmaster forced to flash out. That's a hook you do not want to take, Swiss. Well played, very well positioned there from the side of Dads After Dark. As Lin starts to go in, getting a little bit of a trade there. Decides not to find anything further. And it's just standard League of Legends from here.
Yeah, it looks like they just want to siege down mid lane, try to break that tier 2 mid turret, open up a big chunk of the map by taking that turret down.
Yeah, I was going to say, they need to start pressuring these side lanes, and I think Lin's the one that has to be able to do it. Lin is huge. Lin is massive right now. I'm not sure if he's able to fight the likes of Bloodbath and Beyond. I don't think he has that much burst. So he is going to be able to just shove the wave and walk away and start seeing if he can find any picks and start positioning a little bit aggressively here. And you know what? While he's at it, take some jungle camps, take some wards, you know, deny some of that vision. I'm not sure if I like the NA ram, though, from this. This seems like kind of a really unfortunate use of the Baron here for the side of Dark Horses. They're not really doing much with it.
I can agree. They're trying to funnel all of it down mid lane to break that tier 2 tower. They're not going to find it, though. I think I would have liked to have seen maybe a 1-3-1 just to break the bot tier 1 tower, and then have him rotate back up to mid to try to siege it out, but looks like they're just going to take the reset, walk back to base, and we can see 2 walking bot now, so they might be looking for that tier 1 tower.
Yeah, it looks like they are going to be looking for that tier 1 tower. You know, you take the tower off the map, that's still a pretty good play, right? It allows you to be able to open the gates on the bot side of the map and start getting some vision, right? Because there's a flow of the game, right? You break stuff, you get vision, you fight. You break stuff, you get vision, you fight. Or it can sometimes go in a different sort of way. You get vision, then fight, then break stuff, you know, so on and so forth. But that's the 3 pillars here. Is now
Lin's a little deep here.
Oh, here we go. Spurg is just going straight in. That was very scary. Here comes Bloodbath and Beyond with the flash pull. He's going to be looking for Bird. But, excuse me, that's not Bird. That's Lin. Hi, Bird. I love you, homie. Great to see ya. Hope you're in chat. Probably not, but you know what? It's fine. As now the fight continues here. Music X is on a rampage on the side here. Wojtek finds Swordmaster, but it will not be a month. Droid cannot get to anyone. He does not have the range over the wall. And it's a 2-for-1 for the favor of Dads After Dark. That's a win. It's a small win, but it's a win.
This game has just been so back and forth since the start of it, and it's just been hugging around even gold throughout the entire game. Only 2K down now on the side of Bloodbath and Beyond's team.
Yeah, but we're seeing it, right? We're seeing these back and forth fights. Dads After Dark are starting to take these little victories and starting to claw their way back. Only 2K down, though, right? But once again, we have to talk about the scaling here for the side of Dark Horses, right? Mordekaiser's ready to go. You know, Lin is Lin, and Droid's getting there, right? Droid had to split his build to be able to get some grievous wounds, but now he has the Runan's Hurricane available. But here comes Bloodbath to be on the side. He's going to try to take a fight here on the Music X. He cannot take that. A great hook, though. The Super Mega Death Rocket comes out, and Blood will find the shutdown. That's actually really big. Lin goes big as well, and here we go. Shutdown for, it's a double kill, excuse me, for Spurg. This could be looking very good for them. Does not have the ultimate available, had to use it again to that fight. Blue team slays the dragon. Dads After Dark, a triple kill for Spurg. And Dads After Dark take another victory.
Sitting on Soul Point now, so if the game, I don't think the game will go long enough to have Red Side take another dragon and they fight for Soul. Does not look like it'll go that way, but just in the case that it does, they have the advantage up right now, just one away from Soul. Baron is about to spawn on the map as well. I don't have my objective timers on because I forgot about that, but looking like it's going to spawn in 20 seconds.
Oh, Spurg
Ooh,
getting
but
a
Spurg.
little caught out of position there. A shutdown for Teague. I'm not sure why Spurg was just up that far. That kind of a little grief there, unfortunately, by him, but I was actually just about to praise him for how well he was positioning in the fights, and then he just mispositions there. You know, really unfortunate for the side of Spurg. Copium. It's fine. It's all right. We scale, but that shutdown going to Teague, that's huge. That's massive, right? That's even more damage coming out from the side of Teague. So now they're able to position for this Baron, right? 15 seconds to respawn on Spurg. 5v4. They could start looking for it, and it looks like the call is going to be to start it. Droid is on the way, does have the Kraken Slayer available to him once again, working on the last Whisper as well. He's still sitting on that Zeal, though. I'm not sure if he just wants to upgrade it into the Mortal Reminder, but he's just kind of sitting on it. That's really weird, but here comes Rookstout with the Elastic Slingshot. It's going to be looking for Teague, does not find him already, and here comes Bloodbath and Beyond on the side. Solar Flare misses barely. The red team has slain Baron Nashor. Here we go, and here comes the fight. Rookstout is divided into blobs. Droid picks up the kill under Rookstout, and Dark Horses, excuse me, are looking to NA ram it once again with the second Baron of the game.
Much as it pains to say it, Dads After Dark probably should have had to give that Baron up. They did not have Spurg with them, one of their main damage dealers, and they just weren't in the best of positions to try to fight that. But Rookstout wanted to try to maybe look for a steal, maybe try to start a disadvantageous fight for his team, but because of that play, they're just gonna walk down mid lane and take the inhib.
Right, they get the Baron, they get the inhib, they get another tower, flash from someone, from Swordmaster, yep, there it is, and here comes Wojtek looking for a charm. We'll find out on the Music X, that's a lot of damage. Music X getting very low. Spurg finding a great pick. Spurg does have the Killer Instinct available. Please, please don't do it. He will not do it. He learned from his mistakes from last season. Well played by the side of Dads After Dark to find that pick on the Music X.
And that's
And I
one of
believe
the
that was a
Baron buffs gone.
Yeah, I believe that was a shutdown as well. So that was very well played.
Blue team able to just walk up into the Baron wave to just run down the tier 2 tower for red side.
Yeah, it's really good. So they could start finding the vision onto the red side. Excuse me. They're going to be able to just start taking the jungle camps here of their own red. Well played, though, from Dads After Dark. Now dwindling the gold lead only down to almost 1k now. Right? They're just climbing back slowly and slowly. It sounds like Dark Horses is having a little bit of some communication issues on their
It
end,
looks like to
sounds
me as well, yeah.
But Spurg now has the GA available, right? So now Spurg is even harder to kill. If he wasn't hard to kill already, now he's harder to kill, right? So
Now you just gotta
very
kill him
well
twice.
yeah, now you gotta kill him twice. But if he's stuck in the middle of everyone, right, it's gonna be very hard for Spurg to be able to be alive. As once again, we're seeing it here. Droid does have the Lord Dominix available to him now, so now he's going to be doing even more damage to the likes of Bloodbath and Beyond, Rookstout, and Swiss Army Cabinet as well. You know, this This Kai'Sa build, gotta be honest, it's okay. It's not what I would build, but it's okay.
I'm sort of wondering what you're thinking about the Jinx build opting to fully finish the Mortal Reminder there.
Yeah, I think fully building the Mortal Reminder is there. He had both components for a long time, so why not just build the item, right? You're gonna be building it anyways. Just finish it. Really weird though that he just doesn't have the Infinity Edge.
That's what I was thinking too.
You know, he doesn't have the IE. He just decided to go all bow items basically this game. As Wojtek finds a great charm on a sword. Okay, and here comes Swiss Army Cabinet finding another hook as well. That is sword chunked down to a quarter HP now. They could potentially look to start running into this into the river. Blood is here as well. Does have the Spirit Visage completed, but once again we have to look out for the scaling.
Yeah, and it looks like if a fight breaks out here, there aren't that many flanks, although it looks like Lin might be trying to find one, walking over behind the Dragon Pit towards Blood.
They do spot
If a fight breaks out here, it's just going to be a brawl.
They did spot Lin though. Lin is not able to find the flank. That's very important. We have to also talk about the fact that Teak has the GA available to him as well, and the Edge of Night. If he gets on Spurg, it's game over for him. All right. So what you want to do is you want to try to look to play for picks here. You want to see if you can pick anyone off. That's what Lin is looking to do. They're going to start looking for the Tri-Bush, and Dark Horses are going to be looking to start taking over control of this Dragon Pit here, and they're going to absolutely burst it down. But here comes
Blue team stealing it.
Rookstout steals the Drake. That's really important. Wojtek finds to kill the Swordmaster as well, and Rookstout's probably going to be looking to go down here. Oh, could very well be, but here comes Lin finding it, and here comes Droid throwing out the rockets. Music X finds Swiss Army Cabinet, and oh no! Ladies and gentlemen, Bloodbath and Beyond finds a double kill out of nowhere, looking for potentially a triple kill. And now, here we go. Lin misses the flash. It's a triple kill for Bloodbath and Beyond.
And it's an ace for Dad's After Dark. Dad Boz, as we're calling him now.
Woo! Bloodbath and Beyond getting destroyed in the early game. Getting absolutely demolished. Says, nah. Let me CS gap the hell out of Music X. And let me scale and let me find that perfect team fight opportunity moment. And he picks up a triple kill for Dad's After Dark. Well played by the captain of Bloodbath and Beyond's team, Dad's After Dark. Just, oh, I can't get over that because that happened so fast.
There was so much going on in that just short span of time.
And not only that, but Rookstout finding the steal onto the Drake. That is soul point. That is soul for them. Granted, it's Wind Soul, but look how many ultimates that they can utilize here, right? They have Spurg's ultimate, which is huge. They have Void's ultimate, which is even bigger, right? To be able to find those charms onto the likes of Droid, Lin, and Teague, right? To be able to find them, as we've seen so many times in the series. Rookstout's ultimate, you know, there's a lot of great ultimates to play with, Tom.
Yeah, even the Darius Soul, just like getting that one kill at the start of a fight, just like being able to run at anyone else at Mach 10, immediately apply 5 stacks and deal another 1000 true damage to someone else. But it looks like both teams here both teams here are trying to set up vision around the Baron.
Hook goes wide from Swiss Army Cabinet. Here we go. Another fight to decide the game. Once again, Dad's After Dark only 1k up, and here comes the pull on the Swordmaster. He does have the flash available. Flash Zenith Blades the wrong way, and Spurg is now in a killing spree. They are looking for the Baron now, but once again, Bloodbath and Beyond does not have the ultimate available to them, so they look
Red
like
team just looking to run it down mid.
Yeah, they say, screw the Baron, we're going to go mid, we're going to start getting the inhib once again. I really like this play from the side of Dark Horses. This is really well played from them. They get the inhib, Blood is the only one to defend, they're going to be looking for him. Prowler's Claw comes out, and here comes Music X finding the pull. Blue team slays Baron Nashor, Dad's After Dark. Blood getting a little low here, but holy moly, Bloodbath and Beyond, he's looking for him. Music X now under the tower, he's taking so much damage, you can't do that, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, Bloodbath and Beyond picks up a double kill. And once again, another ace for Dad's After Dark. What is Dark Horses doing? What more can they do?
I don't think they expected the Baron take to be as fast as it was. That, or they just weren't expecting like the recalls to come in when they did, because they seemed very like out of position. They should have just taken the inhib there and left.
What? What was that? My... I'm at a loss for words here. Because Bloodbath and Beyond, after that devastating early game, has been able to just completely put the game on his back. Also, with the likes of Spurred and Voidtech, right? Finding miraculous kills. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to game 3.
Looks like my prediction was wrong.
Holy moly. Production, let's make sure that we can show those damage charts after that game, because that's something I absolutely want to focus on here. I want to see the damage here, see if it's exactly what I expected. And yes, it is exactly what I expected here from the side of Dad's After Dark. Bloodbath and Beyond putting the game on his back. The two top laners just showing so much promise here in this series. A very underwhelming performance there from Droid08 on the Jinx, I will say.
I can agree with that. I was expecting him to do a little more. I might have opted for a cleanse maybe into this game with the Ari Charm, the Thresh CC, even the Zac Q. I think you can cleanse out of. He just like never had a lot of like good options to like get into the fights, and also the fact that he still didn't have Infinity Edge at the end of that game really hurt his damage output there.
Yeah, if there's one thing I could absolutely say about Bloodbath and Beyond, although the man literally messages me every single day and tells me I'm bad and tells me that I'm the worst AD carry in TCL, blah, 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 because I couldn't carry him in Season 1, wah, wah, wah. You know, the man never tilts. The man always says the game is winnable no matter what. No matter if he gets absolutely destroyed in the early game. No matter if he, you know, if he's ahead and his team is behind, right? It's always winnable if you're in Bloodbath and Beyond's mind, right? And that sort of mentality is what I think carried their team to victory here. I mean, it's very important that Blood, found those picks, and Spurg and Voy also finding those picks. Well played by both of them as well.
Hmm.
Just Bloodbath and Beyond going out there and saying, you know what, this game is not over. I'm not playing until my Nexus or the enemy Nexus explodes. Very well played from Bloodbath and Beyond. Ladies
Hmm.
and gentlemen, we are going to take a little bit of a break here to give ourselves a little bit of a excuse me, a voice break, because my voice is absolutely shot after Bloodbath and Beyond showed everyone up on the Rift. When we come back, we have game 3 of
Of this incredible series so far.
yeah, man, I almost said Dads Without Borders. I almost said Dads Without
That's
Borders.
without borders.
Yeah, Dads Without Borders. When we come back, Dads After Dark versus Dark Horses. Don't go anywhere.
All right, it appears that we are back and ready to get into the action for Game 3. Toasty, how you feeling about this Game 3?
Tom, I'm so excited, man. I just had I had to go to the bathroom and I got a call and I was like, all right, but we're back in it, baby. We're in it. Game 3 of Dads After Dark versus the homies, right? The people who we expected to win after Game 1, right? The Dark Horses. But the storyline is flipped, right? The tables have turned. We're in a really interesting position now where this can be anyone's game, right? So, do we see adaptations coming through? So far, it's looking like no.
Looking
If
like it's just
I'm
going to be the same bans. We're just
the
going to
same
try to ban out
bans.
Lin. Wonder if they opt to try to get rid of the Fizz maybe in this third ban. I wonder if they think that's an issue yet.
I'm not sure if they would consider it.
They opt for the
an issue.
Zac.
Yeah, okay, so they're gonna get the Zac off the table. I actually like this. I actually like this adaptation here coming out for Dads After Dark. I keep want to say Dad Bods and Dads Without Borders. That's so weird. I have
This
no
isn't
clue.
charity. We're not doing anything for doctors. They're dads, dude. Come on.
Calm down, chat. My mom's not home. Relax. Yes, I had to go to the bathroom. Pog you. Pog me. But it looks like Spurg's going to be going here for the Kaisa, but Teague is going to pick up the Kha'Zix. Same bot lane, though, for Dads After Dark. With a Kha'Zix and Droid. Okay, going to be going for something that he's already a little bit more comfortable on, the Sivir. Had a really underwhelming performance on the Jinx, which is really unfortunate for him. I'm getting called now on Discord. Just go ahead, Tom. Go ahead and keep.
Yeah,
spewing some stuff
I'll
out.
take it over. Yeah. The Jinx was kind of underwhelming. He's just gonna run it back to the Sivir, and we can see the same two supports. It's just gonna be the Thresh and Leona again. They're just gonna handshake lane until one of the junglers can decide to come down and try to give him a little bit of help. And I wonder what they're going to be picking R3 here for the sides of Dads After Dark. It's looking
Yeah,
like we're going to get the Sejuani pick into the Kha'Zix.
Okay, the Rook Stout Sejuani, a classic for him.
And because Lin did not pick the mid laner in the first three, they are going for the Fizz this time. So he's going to have to pick something new for Game 3.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good here. Pretty standard stuff here from both sides. The Cassiopeia ban for Wojtek. We've seen Wojtek really come online here on that champion before.
And there's the Mordekaiser ban away from Music X too.
Okay. They banned Music X. The Ornn is open. The Ornn is available now. But do they ban the Darius now? Because the Darius actually was not a problem in the early game, but it was a big problem in the late game, which is weird. But yes, let's see if they go ahead and ban it here. Could potentially be it, but they
Banning the
ban
Ahri.
the Ahri. Okay. Droid, excuse me. Blood can bust out the Darius again, but I don't know if I like it. I think that's really ego.
I feel like it wouldn't be the worst with the Sejuani 2v2 with the auto cancel in for Sejuani's E to proc, but we'll see if they go for it here.
Spurg. Okay,
Getting
so
the
they're gonna
set.
Okay, so they're gonna go for the set. I actually like that.
I do too. Set and Sejuani are a very strong top jungle duo.
That's really good, actually, from the side of Bloodbath and Beyond. I really like the set here. Set is a really strong champion, believe it or not. That champion can destroy you in the blink of an eye.
The Sylas.
Lin is looking for the Sylas. That's actually huge. I kid you not. Look how many good ultimates Sylas can take.
The Kaisa to just immediately reposition onto anyone who gets CC'd. The Sejuani just for the really good lockdown. The set would be really good. And they're going to go for the Malphite into the set matchup.
Wow. This Sylas pick is so huge. The more and more I think about it, The Silas pick is humongous. Now they have to pick something for Wojtek that can not be good for Silas, but can be good against Silas. You know what I mean? Like, ultimate-wise, not good. Syndra, okay. I like that, actually. I like it. We're going to run it back with the Syndra into the Silas for Void, but it's the same sort of song and dance here for Void once again, right? Have to keep the distance, have to play really good, clean positional League of Legends. I think Silas here uh, can absolutely add a lot to their team fight potential here for the side of the Dark Horses.
Hmm.
Not
Just
really
based
sure.
on these two drafts, who are you thinking has the better draft out of this?
I actually think that, oh boy, it's really even, but I really think that Dark Horses has the better draft here. I really think so. I didn't like the order at which they did it. The first pick, Kha'Zix, was kind of but they have the ultimate, right? They have the team fight potential. Silas has really good ultimates that he can utilize. Once again, Sivir, always a great champion to have in these sort of scenarios. And Swordmaster for the third game in a row on the Leona once again. So, Tom, who is
Hmm.
taking it home tonight? I got to hear your prediction. We have to know who's taking it home.
I Game one, after game one, I said this is going to be a 2-0 series. I really liked the way Sword played game one. Game two, he lacked a little bit. He still did well. He found good engages, but just ultimately he couldn't find the game-winning plays that some Leonas are able to find. But I feel like with this team composition, this is really reminiscent to me of the team comps that we used to play, like last semester, where it's just dive in. We have the AD carry to walk in with us. They're opting for the Sivir this time instead of our normal Tristana that we ran. Uh, but then you have a lot of really good disengage coming out from the side of Bloodbath and Beyond. The Settle should just be able to throw the Malphite back out if he can time it correctly. The Sejuani, if you have a really good trigger finger on it and you can try to find those key picks, you're probably not going to want to do it on the ADC this game because of the Sivir spell shield. But if you
Right.
can find really good locks onto either the Silas or the Kha'Zix, that's very impactful, especially with the Kaisa being immediately able to follow up off that. And then the Thresh and Syndra offering peel more so on the Thresh. I kind of want to say this is going over to Lynn's team. I'm
Yeah,
wondering if you share the same thoughts here.
yeah. I think Dark Horses have a better composition here. Um, really like the Malphite here from Music X, right? Basically saying, "Yep, so there goes my Mord. We're gonna handshake and we're gonna go for something more like the Malphite to be able to initiate for the team, helping out Swordmaster and getting Droid Lin and Teague in there with him as well. But once again, we cannot count out the draft of Dads After Dark. They do have the powerhouses in Set and Kaisa with once again the initiation of the Sejuani with the peel of the Syndra and the Thresh as well. So it really could go either way, right? But Bloodbath and Beyond Set is a force to reckon with. Well, absolutely say that man's Set is clean. That man's Set is scary, right? And he can absolutely take over a game if he's ahead.
That I can agree with.
I
I
mean, I
don't
had
think I've ever had to lane against it because I know before this season I did a couple of customs and I basically never got to play support. I was always just thrown top lane, and I've had to play against Blood a couple times, and his positioning and just ability to just bully someone is kind of incredible, and I feel like the set can enable that pretty well.
Right, couldn't agree more. As we load onto the Rift here, ladies and gentlemen, Game 3 happening right now. Dads, I keep wanting to say Dads Without Borders. What is wrong with me? I
Just
literally
keep calling him dad bods, it works.
Dad Bods, Team Dad Bods versus the Dark Horses. Game 3. Both teams having excellent compositions to deal with each other. Let's see who takes over the game right now. Cue the awesome intro music like the LCK has, where it's like the highlight of all the players and the really cool techno music as
Let's
everyone
give
gets
us
into
a
it.
budget silver scrapes through game 3.
True. actually true. That'd be even better. I'll be honest.
And let me know whenever you're all loaded in so we can
Yeah.
figure out how to sync this up this time.
I was about to say, let's make sure that
I'm already on the rift, so
everything's all synced up here. Alrighty, what are we at here?
I'm sitting at 37.
37? Holy crap, I'm at 18.
I
We're gonna get
can walk back.
we'll get confirmation from production. And then we'll figure everything out here. But it looks like once again another 5-point, pretty standard stuff here from both teams, as to be expected. I think if I got correctly, I'm pretty sure Spurg is running Teal Tree once again. No, probably some pretty standard stuff as we await production to be able to get in. Did want to say though, Dark Harvest though on Teague. That's really interesting. He's not going for the Conqueror. He's going for more of the one-shot onto Wojtek and Spurg.
That is very interesting. He's gonna have to find those angles back behind the 3 frontliners that they have to try to get those assassinations, though.
Yeah, I like it.
So I'm gonna wonder if he's gonna be able to actually do that.
Alrighty, there we go.
Especially with the Kaisa being able to reposition and the Syndra being able to push him away if he plays it incorrectly.
Alrighty. So 1:45 is the timer here from production. Just going to confirm that I can get there as well. Production, what are we at now? 1:55.
All right.
What are we at now, production? Excellent.
All
All right,
right.
perfect. We are all ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 of Dad Bods, once again, versus the Dark Horses. Already getting a great trade on the top side is Bloodbath and Beyond. Finding the E-pull, doing it right with the passive. Well played by him to be able to get that early damage, excuse me, on the Music X. Bloodbath and Beyond, though, does have the Q. Going to start running up, but the movement speed steal from the Malphite will be able to allow him to be able to get away. Level 2 on the bot side as well. Standard clears for both junglers. It's just another standard game of League of Legends earlier on.
Yeah, looking like a pretty relaxing early game, other than this invade that got spotted out from Teague by the Warden dot bush.
Teague is looking for it, and it looks like that they are going to be able to sniff it out. But here it comes though. Lin finding the unshackled change onto Wojtek.
Getting the early flash away.
Yeah, the flash is already blown from Wojtek. That's going to be so huge for Teague to be able to repeat gank that lane over and over. Dad's after dark now. Trying to find some sort of remnants here. Teague once again double scuttling Rook Stout. This is the second game in a row we've seen this.
It's not double scuttle yet. The top one's still there.
Oh, never mind. I thought
there's just the ward and the dot.
Yeah, I thought that ward right there was the scuttle. That's really funny. Never mind. Blood's gonna be able to secure that one though. That's actually a really heads-up play from him to be able to ensure that he cannot get double scuttled.
I think he's just trying to set it up for the Sejuani. Give her that little bit of extra gold.
Well played from Dad's After Dark. I like it. Once again,
and it looks like he's just gonna try to walk into his top side after taking the crab. Just gonna get one humble ward on the blue buff and walk out. It's respectable.
Respectable plays from both teams. You know, I mean, once you have a Sivir in lane, it's pretty much every lane that has a Sivir in it is pretty boring. I'll be honest. Like, I'm yawning at this. And okay, Teague!
There's the repeat gank that we were talking about.
Yeah, there it is. Now we have a gank at the top side, an early flash as well from Music X. Well played by Rookstyle. First
well, another fight in the bot lane.
Oh, here we go once again.
Just a quick little tussle.
Action. Wow. Teague with the repeat gank that we were talking about earlier, finding the kill onto Wojtek already. Wojtek once again does not have the TP available. Has the ignite to try to find the early kill, but gets early killed himself. So let's take a look at those gold numbers here.
Still looking to try to find engages down there. It's like these teams are just so high octane with how they play.
High octane, I like that. I really like that.
It's just permanent action, man. Like There's like always something to talk about during these games. It's hard to try to like get the quiet time you're talking about in game two.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. I mean, every single time I'm like, oh, hey, I'm going to hover topside because something's happening topside, something's happening mid, and then I miss it completely. So that's
And
like, oh, well.
then,
that's just
while that's
awkward.
going on, bot's been in like a 30-second long trade for some reason.
True. Actually, high octane content here, only available on the TCL channel. Once again, Tilt Champions League is brought to you and powered by LeagueSpot. Once again, we do all of our tournament administration stuff through there as well. And here we go, another repeat gank.
Another gank on the volley.
Teague. Kill number 2, slurped up by Teague. Dark Horses finding the early lead once again, but the gold lead, we talked about it earlier, right? The farm difference here in the bot side. You see it in the jungle, and you certainly see it in the top side as well. It's putting them in such an even state, right? They're keeping on with it, only 300 gold down. Like, well played by them to be able to ensure that it's only such a small margin that they're under. As now we see an early Drake take from the side of the Dark Horses to be able to start getting the mountain. It's not really a whole lot they can do. Droid is going to be looking to get that zoning in, throwing a Q, not finding the second bounce. Mountain Drake goes to Dark Horses already, and that's a very important early game Drake.
That it is. Just being able to get that first dragon up, seeing what your options are, being able to plan out like how you want to play it for whatever chance of soul you have getting. And just like the early mountain too. Just having that little bit of extra stats can help out in a lot of different situations.
Right. Analytical plays here, analytical stuff from Tilt to top, but Spurg gets really far up there. I'm not sure why he was looking for that, but Swordmaster having to blow in the flash. Okay, that was a really great turnaround from the bot side.
And the heal from Droid.
Yeah.
That's 3 sums for nothing.
Dad after dark, yeah. Wow. That very well played by them.
But it looks like there's might be a collapse in the mid lane. Looks like they're walking away, but they're in a position to try to look for a dive there on the Silas.
And they could be looking for it. Void Tech's going to have the flash available to him soon. Going to start taking the blue side here from the side of the Dark Horses. Very intelligent play here from Dad's after dark. Teague now pathing towards the bot side. Going to be looking for his red. Can't really look for a gank anywhere, so he's just going to do the farming things. Once again, looking at the farm differentials in all lanes right now, right? Now the gold is completely even, despite the 2 kills, right? Obviously, Teague is sizably ahead of the jungler, right? But the overall global gold is actually in favor of Dad's after dark.
Just by a little bit, though.
Just by a little bit, for sure.
That's just the impact that farm has in these games. Like, you know, I am a humble support main jungle secondary, so I never really get to do it. But what is it? Isn't it like 2.5 waves is a kills worth of gold?
Something like that. Hold that thought here as Teague is going deep here in the bot side. Spurg just throws a W completely behind him. That was a little bit of a resonant sleeper. Swiss Army Cabinet finds the kill on the Swordmaster as well. And what a great turnaround there for the bot side of Dad's After Dark. But here comes Lin the Legend, throwing the balls at Swiss Army Cabinet. Excellent play. And here comes Rooks down the top side. Music X having to use the unshakable, unmovable force. Is that what the ultimate's called?
Unstoppable force, I think.
Unstoppable force. Yeah, it is called force. Having to use that to be able to get out of the gank. Well played there from Rooks to be able to find that ultimate for him and further Bloodbath and Beyond's lead in the top side. 30 farm difference, ladies and gentlemen, from Bloodbath and Beyond. But we can absolutely not count out the fact that Music X has been doing very well into Blood this series. Game
we also have to
falling
talk
a little
about
slow.
what just happened mid lane there. Another gank coming in onto Wojtek from Tig, and he has to blow his flash yet again.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, the ultimate comes out on the Teague. They could be looking for the assassination. Teague having to jump out, Bloodbath and Beyond, using the ultimate as well, using the ult to get out as well. Lin find the kill on the Rooks down. Now Bloodbath and Beyond's in a little bit of a trouble. Holy moly, Whale, just a second, it's a double kill and a Rift Herald going to the Dark Horses. That's a huge misplay from the sides of Dad's After Dark.
That was
Wow.
definitely a communication error there.
Lin gets
Bloodbath
a
and
double
Beyond
kill.
using the ult to try to peel off the Sejuani, and the Sejuani just flashing back in.
Lin gets a double kill, and also takes the Rift Herald. That was so unfortunate from the side of Dads After Dark. 1 kill to their name on the support, right? CS different. Yeah, sure, the CS is up, right? In more than one area. Gold lead is not completely lost, right? But we have to talk about the fact that Lin just popped off there, and Lin just denied so much pressure from Dads After Dark to be able to get that Rift Herald for his team. It's just a huge miscommunication error, like you said there.
And it's looking like we're having another fight in the bot lane.
Yeah, another fight in the bot lane here, and Spurg is just, oh, Spurg dies anyways to Teague with Omni Cabinet, finding another kill, Tom. Gotta be honest, kind of looking like our ECAC games.
I was just about to say that.
With the kill count. Fine, I'll do it myself, says Swiss Omni Cabinet. Spur goes down again, another trade on the top side. And the farm lead just keeps growing for the side of Bloodbath and Beyond on the set, adding so much pressure for his team. But gold lead's starting to get a little bit farther ahead here for the side of Dark Horses. As now the dragon starts to spawn, they're pinging it. They want to go. They want to look for it, but hold on just a second. 3 in the mid lane. Lin has to back up just a little bit and has the Syndra ultimate once again available to him, it looks like.
Probably just had to take what he can get. And it looks like red team is just going to try to get that mid prio, walk down, and try to contest this dragon.
It's going to be looking for it. The dragon is already started by Dark Horses. Dads After Dark have to respond to this, but how do they respond is the question. There it is. Dark Horse picking up the Drake, but here we go. Bloodbath and Beyond is in it. An excellent Winter's Bite there from Rookstout. Will find Teague, but here we go. Here comes Spurg. Spurg just absolutely hits it, but will find a kill anyways. Teague finds it, and here we go. Here comes Lin on the backside. A nice hook from Swiss will find it, but it doesn't look like anything else will come of it. A shutdown as well for Bloodbath and Beyond. And the gold lead is now only 300 gold apart.
That was unfortunate that they couldn't get into the Dragon Pit, but being able to pick up those return kills afterwards is going to keep them relatively strong and stable in this game.
Spurg ulting there a little bit further, right? Just
a little bit further than he need to go.
A little bit too further than he need to go. But actually, though, it allowed his team to be able to follow up. Right? I mean, they kind of had the, oh crap, Spurg is up front moment, and they had to go, but oh, okay, speaking of getting in there, Lin is already just going right in there for the kill onto Wojtek. Well done there from the mid laner of the Dark Horses, is now Tigo's looking for the solo kill onto Spurg. The Lantern is available to him. And
he
now
gets out scot-free.
Dark Horses is getting really hungry now. They're looking for some kills. That's all they want now. They just want to get the players off the map.
Well, they are looking for the objectives on the bot side too. They're getting more plates bot. Tower only has 1 plate left right now. I don't know if they'll be able to finish it off before the plates die to get that little bit of extra gold, but they're going to be trying for it.
Gonna be looking for it. Probably not going to be it. Could
looking like they will get it.
Oh, they will. Look at that. Wow.
And that is a lot of money in that Sivir's pocket now.
That is true. Droid getting pretty massive here on the Sivir. Nice little trade from Bloodbath and Beyond on the top side. Very well played. Gets a rock thrown in his face, but you know what? Not so much damage. Comet comes through. Level deficit for Music X as well, so he has to be very careful in these trades. Can't really fight Blood anymore. Basically just kind of has to sit there and kind of just take it. Stride Breaker completed once again on Blood. That's very huge. Kraken Slayer adaptation, as well for Spurg on the Kai'Sa. I like that adaptation. Well played. Well done. As now Lin is looking for a solo kill onto Swiss Army Cabinet. A nice hook. We'll find it. The Lantern is out as well. Spurg misses the Void Seekers. Doesn't find it as well. And here comes Teague on the backside. It could be a really good fight here for the Dark Horses. But Blood finds a shutdown. And here we go. Dads After Dark are starting to turn it. Teague has to run. But where is there to go? The Sejuani is right on you. It's now in the backside. We see Droid and Swordmaster just assassinating Spurg. And it's looking so hectic. It's a triple kill for Bloodbath and Beyond. Make it potentially a quadra kill. It will not happen. a double kill for Droid as well, and Swordmaster now has to look as his team is completely gone.
This is looking more and more grim for the Dark Horses, I would imagine here. Bloodbath and Beyond is very massive right now, and his ability out of lane to try and do his best for his team, setting up the CC, he's going to be very strong once we get to that part of the game.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, the Stride Breaker is online for him, so he's just super massive here on the top side. Absolute top galaxy here from the side of Bloodbath and Beyond. 5-1 on the set. Maybe this is the secret sauce that they were missing.
It could be.
You know what I mean? But we can't discount Lin's damage. You know, down a lot of CS on Devoy. However, right? Okay, but hold on a second. Spurg potentially caught out here.
Getting saved by the teleport from Bloodbath and Beyond.
Yeah, the teleport.
As he was getting pinched there from the Silas behind, too.
Yeah, that was very an intelligent TP from the side of Bloodbath and Beyond. Here come Lin now, trying to get some damage off. The full set W is there. The Lantern is there to be able to pull as well. Nobody dies as the Dragon begins to starts to descend onto Summoner's Rift here. Now, all I'm asking is where was that Stride Breaker on the Darius last game?
Who
Look at the
knows?
Stride Breaker. Take a look at that.
He's probably just waiting
Captain
for
finding
this game.
another kill. Tilted Thomas on the Rift. I thought he was casting with me. As now Voidtech finds another kill onto Music X, and now Dark Horses in a little bit of an advantageous position here. They have to be able to run away. Swordmaster is looking to find the peel. The flash will come out from Lin as well. The Winter's Bite going very wide. Nobody else dying. Zenith Blade doesn't connect, and now it's a free Drake for Dads After Dark.
Yeah, they're definitely saying right here with that fight that they are not out of the game just yet. They're holding their own so well this game.
Absolutely.
They're still might be looking. They're going to let the hook go, though.
They're looking for the reverse sweep here. We're starting to take a look at the gold graphs now. Despite the 1 kill deficit, they are actually ahead in the gold lead. Once again, it is Infernal Rift as well. Infernal Rift being huge for both teams.
It looks like they're just going to break that mid turret and go right to the Rift Herald.
I like that play. Nice macro rotations from the side of Dads After Dark. They have to start extending these leads from these fights that they've won, right? Where do we start? We start with the Rift Herald, right? Start getting some more plates. But it looks like Teague is looking to get the steal. Once again, Dark Horses could potentially get the steal onto the Rift Herald. Once again, okay, the Solar Flare comes out, the Zenith Blade comes out as well, but the hook just throws Spurg out on the other side. That's the wrong ultimate, I believe that's what Lin wanted, but he's gonna fall. Bloodbath and Beyond is dominating. Lin picking up the wrong ultimate ability, finding the Kai'Sa killer instinct, and here comes the flash from Rookstout, trying to find anyone else. The heal is out from Droid 08. Doesn't have much mana to play with. Going to be looking to get some more auto attacks onto Dads After Dark, but they will just walk away.
It's looking like that's all they get. I can imagine Lin there was trying to take the,
I think he was trying
What's
to
his
take the
champion's
winner's
name?
bite.
the winner's bite? I was
Yeah,
going to assume he was looking for the set ultimate, but the Winter's Bite would also be another good option there.
The set, I mean, tomato, tomato, right? I mean, anything
Yeah.
but the Kai'Sa ultimate was good there.
Yeah.
If you really think about it, a majority of his ults have been going to the Syndra ult, which is kind of weird because I would think you'd want to have another tool to slope or to stop the initiations here from Rookstout and Blood, right? Those team fight abilities. But he's looking for more assassination ultimates, it looks like, and it was just I believe it was a misplay. Maybe we can get more clarification on that in the TCL Discord.
We'll have to wait and see till after the series to figure that out. But there is one thing that I wanted to talk about for a while now, and I gotta talk about it before he hits level 11. The Kazakhs here opted for the Q evolve first.
Oh, okay. Well, Tom,
He's
I
looking
gotta
to
be
play more for the assassinations rather than the team fight benefits that his W gives or the survivability his E and R gives.
Right, well, he certainly has the Dark Harvest available to him, so that's probably the most logical step for evolves. in
I'm
terms
wondering
of like,
to see what he's going to evolve second. How he is very close to level 11. Should be getting it off that crab that's spawning on the bot river right now. We'll see if he paths over there because Wojtek is waiting with the crab in hand that is now in the blue buff.
don't you love that? That's one of the greatest like champion interactions of all time. Being able to just pick things up and throw them at the enemy, like, oh, incredible.
Wasn't there
champion
that
design.
bug a while ago where she could pick up Baron? It was like a couple years ago.
Yeah. And that
God, I
was
love
really funny.
Syndra.
So do I, man. Syndra is a really good champion. Consistent in
Yeah.
metas, you know, always there. Champion's
Oh,
always
he's just
good.
one of those stat tech champions.
True. Do I have more evols than you? Yes or no? If yes, I kill. If no, then I maybe kill. Depends on how fed I am. As once again, 12 to 12. Global gold in favor of Dad's After Dark. 3K up, as that largely in part has to do with the farm advantages on both top and mid, with the shutdowns available to them as well. All mythics have been completed here on both teams. Nothing really surprising here. Pretty standard stuff. Luden's Tempest, though, actually, if you want to talk about something interesting, Luden's Tempest completed for Ruckus. Now they're going to find a Scatter of the Week. An incredible engage, and here we go. Dad's After Dark is looking for it. Music X has a little bit of a late ultimate on the Malphite, and now Drake is completely free for Dad's After Dark.
Yeah, there's no more contest. Blue side does not have the smite available. They might try for something with a Silver Q, but I don't think they should. I think right now they just need to be focusing on the lanes. This dragon is not theirs. All this does is tie up the game on the amount of dragons taken. It's gonna hurt that the Kai'Sa's gonna have 2 Infernal Souls, but it's something that they're gonna have to look for while they try to find blood in the mid lane here.
Oh, wow, what an incredible lantern there from Swiss. The flash expended on Bloodbath Beyond, that's a huge cooldown, but they expended a lot of resources to try to get that pick, and ultimately it did not happen. Lin does have the Showstopper available, so now they can start looking to get the mid lane here, but that's going to do a lot of damage if he gets the right person.
Going back to Teague, it looks like he did go for the W evolve second.
That's logical. Yeah, I was about to say it should probably be a W evolve next in terms of what this team wants to do. They want to run at you, right? So
Yeah.
having the W evolve, I think, is really important. Spike racks, I believe, is what it's called.
Yes.
Right. Okay. I don't know Kazakh's terminology, but okay. Speaking of terminology, Bloodbath and Beyond says hello and goodbye, throwing himself with the Stridebreaker at them and getting the Sivir ultimate available out. The Sivir ultimate that was available, excuse me, out. It's now Bloodbath and Beyond looks well. Okay, Lin.
Ooh. Lin's looking for the fight.
Yeah, Lin going to a different country there. That was a really long. I believe it's called Shackles Unchained. Oh, it's called Abduct.
Yeah, it's abduct abscond, right? Because it's 2 abilities.
Abscond, abduct. Yeah. Wow, really? I'm just gonna call it the chains, dude.
Yeah.
Chain lash. Yeah, that's basically what it is, right? Boy, okay, Wojtek! Find the soul kill onto Teague!
Through the locket
wow.
as well.
Teague is just getting rocked in his own juggle right now, despite being 5-5.
And
He's
that
just
should just
further.
be a Baron for Dad's After Dark.
Oh, it should be. Music X is calling for some help on the bot side, though, for some reason. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Excuse me. They're calling Music to help on the top side. Hold on a second.
Yeah, this is just going to be no contest.
Tom, I gotta be honest. Okay, hold on. Hold that thought. As Solar Flare comes out, they are going to try to find the pick here onto Rook's now, but it will not matter. Here comes Spurg in the backside. Wojtek is unstoppable now. The Sejuani ultimate is available for Lin. He will be looking for it as Music X just gets thrown 5 ways to Sunday. He had a family, damn it. Music X dies where he stands, and now Dad's After Dark are marching down the mid lane.
I gotta look at chat here, and I do realize that the Kha'Zix sold his Prowler's Claw in order to change it out for a Duskblade.
Yeah, the jungler also sold his life there to Spurg, an excellent Void Seeker off the backside. Well played there from Spurg to be able to find that skill shot miraculously, as now Death's door is knocking right now from the side of Dads Without Dark. They're going to get the inhib. They're going to say, all right, it's time to clean house, time to clear the jungle, do our chores, reset, look for another fight, potentially to end this game.
Yeah, they are in a position to end this game now with that inhib taken. While their Baron might not be up still by the time that they want to come back and try to end the game, they still have very strong leads right now. Blood actually sitting at a 5k gold lead over his laner right now.
So much gold from this team, from this squad, from Dads After Dark, is through farm, right? I mean, it's also through clean League of Legends, right? We're seeing them find picks, we're seeing them team fight very well, right? Just playing overall better League of Legends than the Dark Horses. But a majority of that just comes from the farm, right? Like, oh, Voidtech. Oh, Voidtech did it to him. The Sky of the Week on the two people with the Luden's Tempest.
You gotta be careful where you stand.
Yeah, Teague just getting, I don't want to say jungle diffed, but it's getting absolutely gotted right now in his own jungle. And wow, caught so many times in this series. Teague is just falling apart right now.
Yeah, he definitely looked better in the first two games, but I don't know, there's still like that very small chance that they can find that one like miracle play, maybe a steal here on the dragon to keep them off soul point, but I don't think Blood's gonna let them when he just walks up to him like this.
Yeah, Blood getting a lot of damage there onto Swordmaster. You know, we've talked about it before, Tom. High levels of copium, right? We've seen it, right? We've seen it come out. There are believers. Man, I would love if this channel could get affiliate so we could start doing polls. And people can start spending their channel points. That would be a fun time. That would be some stonks right there.
That would be so fun, actually.
And when TCL All Stars comes around, right, we can honor the person who had the most channel points. like Reformed Bully would be one of those people that'd be really into that. I feel like, because you know he's super
100%.
super into stonks. You know, like he would not only boast about his stock performances, but he'd also be boasting about his TCL channel point stocks from predicting the games correctly. Is hold that thought now. Lynn looking for a pick on the Voidtech will not happen. Phantom Dancer adaptation coming out here for Spurg as well. I really like that. Decides not to go for the team fight, but decides realizing that his team is finding really good picks. So Phantom Dancer helps him out a lot in that front to be able to help his team burst them. Again, with the Kraken Slayer is now hold that thought. Bloodbath and Beyond finding a great pick here on the Swordmaster. Tries to get behind him, but the Solar Flare comes out. Here comes Music X. Bloodbath and Beyond could potentially be caught, but here we go. The Showstopper is out. The massive true damage, and Spurg is on a killing spree. It's a double kill for Spurg as well. Trying to look for the triple kill. He will find it.
That's just
Ladies and gentlemen,
that's game.
That is game for Dads After Dark. Coming out from the darkness. They were tested in game 1. Blood was absolutely destroyed in game of game 2. Tested at the end of it, throwing himself at the wall, finding the miraculous victory here. Dads After Dark will be the victors of this match. Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible League of Legends performance from that team.
That was such a good series. It was so back and forth. It was so high action, non-stop fighting, and at the end of the day, it just comes down to the fact that Blood's team gets further ahead, can force more fights in their favor, and they just get able to snowball the rest of the game. Just walk right into their Nexus after the ace, end the game.
It's true. I couldn't
just
agree
that
with you
simple.
more. Couldn't agree with you more. I think my MVP is going to have to go to, I would say, I'd say Blood, honestly.
I have to agree.
I gotta be honest. not for his performance in game 1, not for his for absolutely his performance in game 2 and 3, right? It's not so
Yeah.
much that I'm giving him the MVP of the performance, but I'm giving him the MVP of his mental. His
Yes.
mental absolutely kept him in this game. So why don't we go ahead and let's see if we can bring him in here. I don't know if I have permissions to move him, but if I could, that'd be pretty cool. Okay, he's just gonna move anyways.
That
Bloodbath
works.
and Beyond, my former season 1 captain, the man who literally
That's right.
tells me that I'm trash every freaking day of my life. You get absolutely dumpstered by Music X game 1 and then the early game of game 2. But Blood, I know it was your mental that kept you in this game. So tell me a
Okay.
little bit about that.
Well, first off, you should have given it to Waj, not me. I didn't do anything except in game 3. Man was getting camped more than I was, but yeah, I mean, I am used to people sending 5 people top lane to kill me. So good luck trying to tilt me if that's your goal.
I like it. I like it. Once again, I did state that I didn't pick you as MVP for your performance. I picked you for your mentality because I know every single time I played with you, it's always this game's winnable, this game's winnable, this game is winnable. And I'll tell you what, you got absolutely gapped in game 2 and just an incredible performance, in the later stages of the game to be able to find that triple kill. Just crazy, crazy stuff from you, Blood. So once again, is there anything else you'd like to say to the viewers at home or your competitors coming up within the next couple of weeks?
I mean, I agree with chat. Should have been me. Should have been Watch. But I mean, that guy's mental is good too, considering how hard they're camping in game 3. But I say well played to Lynn's team. I think they might be getting slept on a little bit. I think they're going to be a strong force in these games. So watch out for them.
Absolutely, couldn't agree. Thank you so much,
I
Blood.
actually have one more question for you,
Sure.
Blood. Was it dark out yet in game 1? And did the sun go down in game 2?
Is there a reference I'm supposed to get?
Yes,
You guys
their
are
team
Dads
name
After
is
Dark.
Dads After Dark.
I guess. I mean, sure. Yeah. It was game 3 was
needed to
after
know,
dark.
I just kept looking out my window and it's pretty dark out now, so I'm
Yeah,
assuming
it
you guys
is.
got like powers
Yeah,
from the moon or something.
Yeah. Next week it'll be an 8 o'clock game instead of 7 o'clock, so we'll get the dad buff
Ooh.
earlier.
True.
None of us
Awesome
are dads,
stuff.
by the way, if that wasn't clear.
You guys played like you had absolute dad bods, though, just flexing on everyone. Congratulations on the win, Blood. Really
Yep.
appreciate you coming out here tonight. Great stuff from you guys. We can't wait to see you guys in the future.
Yeah, well played.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it tonight for TCL. We have dad bods. Dad bods, holy moly. Dads After Dark versus the Dark Horses, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, the victor going to Dads After Dark. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Tom, thank you so much for jumping on the casting desk with me. I cannot wait to cast more League of Legends with you. It was so much
It
fun.
was my pleasure to join. I'm glad I got my first casting experience in here with you. Now I get to suffer with Bully next week.
Let's go, baby. That's a cast I cannot wait to see. Reform, Bully, and Tilted Tom. It's going to be incredible.
It'll be something.
Also, special shout out. I just want to give a shout out to our producer here who stepped in today. Moid, thank you so much for being able to step in and making this happen in your first production stuff here. Really awesome to have you here tonight. And welcome to the TCL casting crew, my man. You guys have yourselves a fantastic night, and we will see you guys on Sunday for the next match in TCL.
For our match.
For our match, Tom, who's playing?
It's our team mid, the Kangaroo Corral, versus the team that just lost today, Lynn's team.
Alrighty, that's going to be an excellent match, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Sunday night, Sunday. TCL Week 2 kicks off. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you guys in the next match.
Everyone have an amazing night.